and welcome back to another episode of Roll for Story, the Claude Coast arc. We are a couple of players down this evening, unfortunately,
Yes.
but we will see what we can do to progress the story a little bit, even if it is just get Carius out of prison.
Yeah.
But maybe he can do that himself, who knows? Well, right now, though, he's stuck behind a barred door, and several clerics are murmuring on the other side about what to do with you. But it seems you can hear footsteps going off in the distance as well. But this leaves Irina on the doorsteps, wondering where the hell is her tiefling friend gone to. She's currently translating a book, just sitting on the steps waiting. So she's expecting a prisoner to be released, but some minutes go by, and we probably start to get a little bit curious. Yeah. So if they were to knock on the door, the guards would simply say to them that, well, yeah. I guess this is what would happen. Irina would have to ask, "Where is my friend?" And at which point, they can't really lie about it. She saw him go in there. So all they will literally tell her is, "Your friend has been detained as well and held in the prison for trespassing in the church grounds, going places where they are not permitted." And if Irina fights this argument, they will obviously come to combat. So it leaves Irina no choice but to effectively return back to the rest of the party and tell them what has transpired here. So we're gonna, for the sake of brevity, I'm gonna take Irina and say that she arrives back at the Wizard Tower with you guys, Lavellan, Andy,
Where I
and Kashan.
not find Lavelle and Sean there because we will have already been making our way out.
Where we gone?
Probably
Where-
to find Irina and Carius.
Did they tell you where they went?
No.
There you go then.
So
So
that's
you don't leave because you have no idea where they went. So
we knew
it wouldn't make sense to leave looking for someone where you don't know where they are.
I do remember they went to go see the captain of the guard and they never returned.
That was last night,
Yes.
and they returned
No,
and
we
then
didn't.
slept.
No, we
Oh
didn't
well, yeah,
because
you
we
went to the
went to the.
parched house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, my main reason for escaping was because I was trapped within a wizard tower and did not want to be in there. I was like, I want to be out. I tried to send a message to Carius. He didn't get the message. I'm gonna go try and tell him myself. Now that it's morning.
I mean, we would have told you where we were staying, and you. So there's that.
okay.
I probably would have told Kashan
Well,
what I
they
knew.
probably left earlier in the morning anyway to go to the temple.
I
So this isn't happening at the same time.
if that happened, then Irina would probably catch Lavelle trying to escape out the window as he's coming back.
All right.
I had a plan. I had a plan to featherfall me and Kashan, and then make us invisible and jump out the window.
I'm sure you could do all of that, but you're gonna mess things up with two players not here. So I'm just going to literally say Irina heads back. This has all happened very early in the morning. She heads back to the Wizard Tower to let people out because she wouldn't just leave people locked in all morning, right?
They
So the
did.
break of day, they went to the temple, didn't get what they wanted. So Irina comes back to the Wizard Tower, dispels the door, and you're all together except for Carius.
And I would let Irina know that I dispelled the window because I was going to leave because she left me locked in there.
he scorns you.
Yeah, she probably would. I can hear Steph right now
That
speaking.
was for the safety of everyone. What if a child jumped out the window? That would be on your head.
They did this.
Yeah.
And there's one of the top windows where they couldn't get into in the sand room. Sand Canum, or whatever it's called.
She describes the problem at hand. The temple are holding the prisoner against against their freedom, and they've also captured Carius.
Yeah, I know about that. I scried on Carpenter's wife and something about an escort. As if maybe I don't know, like they're kind of happy that someone took the fall and got imprisoned, but it doesn't sound like they're going to be in the prison for long. And then the basket lady outside is in on it, and from what I could tell, I'm not certain. She started to leave after curfew from the carpenter's house, and I spotted a guard that seemed to have noticed her. I think, not too sure on that. Who didn't apprehend her, just gave her a nod. So possibly the guards are in on it as well. Some sort of conspiracy, maybe. The I'll leave that to Steph to wonder for next time, I guess. But for now,
Yeah.
we gotta. Kushan, are you in this to try and free the one who took the fall for you? And Carius, I guess.
Agreed to take the fall.
Yeah, the little fairy creature that took the fall for you. breaking-
Oh, I see. Yes, yes,
I know
do.
you quite adamant on trying to free her.
Yes, do that. However, in breaking them out,
I mean, we could try
Yeah.
talking our way in, but it looks like Carius and Irina tried to do that, and Carius has been detained.
That's right.
I think it might be worth getting more from.
Sorry, you're cutting out. More what? From what?
It might be worth getting some more information from Irina first before.
What else does Irina know?
Irina
Oh,
tells you
Irina's here.
everything.
Hello.
Irina tells you everything that she knows from her point of view, including all the stuff about the guards. She says that Captain of the Guard, Captain Mansar, is expecting some kind of mutiny. He doesn't even trust his own guards. He thinks that some of them are working for the enemy. He has suspicions because they seem hesitant and reluctant to take orders. There's only maybe one or two he can still trust.
Do you know
One of
who
those.
they?
Mhm.
To answer my question.
Yeah, he tells you of what's his name? Fayad. He's the one that escorted Carius and her to the guardhouse and back to the parched answer.
You know where we could find Fayad? Maybe he can get us into the prison amicably.
Don't know where he is right now, obviously.
Could you take us to? Because obviously we don't know our way around town. Could you take us to the captain's quarters? Maybe he is. Fayad is around there.
Could go to the guardhouse.
Yeah, let's do that, and let's do it at a quick brisk pace because obviously stuff's going down.
Okay.
We want to get in there, get to Fayad as quick as possible, and into the prison. I'm sure Carius can handle himself, but we also gotta find this.
Gonna leave Carius in prison,
Leave-
in the catacombs.
He'll leave prison. Saying I'm sure he can handle himself anyway, but we need to try and do this amicably. We can't just, as much as I'd love to, can't just chaotically burst our way in, like Carius
I mean,
did.
we could.
We could. We don't have abilities to teleport like Carius did, but I could
All
make
right
my
then. We'll
invisible.
get the captain of the guard. I'll say that for now, that's the least likely thing Andy would want to do. So she's going to stay here with the kids for now. It's still early morning anyway, so
Someone has to look after them, teach them more.
yeah. Just going to chill with them for now, I think, is the course of action. Least puts them in danger of being spotted by the guards. So, Carius, Llewellyn, Irina, sorry, Sean, even you're going to head off to the guardhouse.
I'm gonna
Okay.
leave my raven behind to keep an eye on the basket lady in case I wanna get view on her now and then.
Yeah, so as you're leaving, you are stopped by her, and she notices you exiting the building. She says, oh, do all of you live here? Are you like a group together then?
Yes, we are an adventuring party. But also we're kind of in a hurry. Our friend has been taken into prison. So we gotta go deal with that.
What is, if you don't mind me asking, what is your adventuring party goal? Are you here to slay dragons or something?
Just,
If only Karis was there, he'd make such a comment about it.
Yeah,
yeah, wouldn't be the first
been
time.
there, done that.
But, you know,
Delve into dungeon, slay
yeah,
dragon.
we
It's
see
Dungeons.
normal.
we see those in need. We help out best we can and learn as much as we can along the way. But as we said, we can continue this conversation later. We're kind of in a hurry.
Oh, jeez, they let you pass. All right, it is daytime. So as you approach the guardhouse, obviously not allowed straight in. So where are you guys? Here you go. Put you down here on some on a dirt track, heading up towards the gates. Um, two guards outside stop you. They say halt.
I'm sure this is where Irina would explains, because they've already spoken to the captain of the guard, would explain the situation and
Ah,
maybe get in their best man Bayard to help us out, escort us into the prison.
Fayad is on patrol, as is the captain of the guard. He is not here right now.
Damn, that's a problem.
We can leave a message for him, however.
Yeah, tell him that there is an issue at the prison. The papers didn't work. He'll understand that, and he should probably get over there as soon as possible.
Understood. We shall relay the message.
Yes. I guess from here we're going back to the prison.
They don't seem to be hasty about it, by the way.
I kind of get the idea. Um, yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything else we can help you with?
Not just that. I would think so. Anybody else got anything to input? And by that I mean Cam.
No.
Ah, cool. So, as we turn and walk away, looks like we may be doing this the hard way.
Okay, all three of you can roll a perception check as well as you're
And
standing around.
by the hard way, Kashan, I mean the fun way.
Wow, that perception check.
One of the guards is holding his side. It looks like he's maybe suffered an injury recently, but he's trying to hide it, and there's not like blood dripping around or anything like that, but you can tell he's perhaps wincing in a little bit of pain. He's just trying to hide it as best he can, though. And the other one is also slightly bruised across the chin as well.
Does
Looks
I
like they've been in a scrap or something.
would Irina notice these as the prison guards that have maybe they've been rotated? Because obviously she was stood outside for a while. Maybe she saw them.
No, these weren't anything to do with the prison, no.
Oh, okay. Very strange.
As you can see from the token, they're wearing completely different uniform.
Ah, yeah.
These look much more like, I guess, a rank above those normal guards.
Considering Irina's been here before, do these guards look familiar to her, or do they look like completely new guards?
No, she does remember these guards, but they weren't injured the night before, that's for sure.
Interesting.
And yeah.
Well, yeah. Seems like we're gonna have to do this the fun way. And let's go, Kachan.
Did you say that aloud as in
No,
character?
after we left, I said this to Kashan after we leave
Okay.
out of earshot.
All right. When you're out of earshot, then Irina says as well.
Don't do
Yeah,
anything.
looks like those guards. Did you relay the information about that? I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty obvious. So she says, yeah, those guards weren't injured the night before. Something's gone down.
Strange.
As in, yeah, like, what
She shrugs.
exactly could have gone wrong?
Have like
I'm not sure where, but those two guards were pretty like healthy looking the night before.
maybe have like on guard fighting tournament.
Sorry, what, fighting guard tournament?
Guard fighting tournament. Maybe the guards like to just tussle.
Maybe.
I don't know. We don't know what they do in their spare time when they're off duty, curfew, or maybe they just got drunk and it was that. More than
Can you
that.
just can you
what?
just check you've got attenuation turned off as well?
A what?
Attenuation's on Discord.
What the hell is attenuation?
It's under voice and video.
I got noise suppression. I got echo cancellation.
Mm-hmm. A bit lower than that. Attenuation.
It's to 0.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, what's up?
Just it kind of some noise suppression every now and again. It's not all the time, just occasionally. Very strange. Anyways, all right. So where do you head then? If you're not gonna investigate this further, what do you want to do?
Yes, we're going to the prison, Kashan?
Are we just going to go directly there and start, well, swinging, effectively?
Well, no, we can try and sneak in. I can make us invisible. As long as you don't do anything physical, like hit someone or whatever, you'll stay invisible. We can try and sneak our way in and find Carius. And the lady you got imprisoned. And then on the way out, I could make us all invisible to try and sneak out. What could go wrong? It's a perfect plan. Our plans always go exactly as we want them to go. It'll be fine.
Marina says the whole reason we came to the guardhouse was to get the captain of the guard to overrule them and say to release the prisoner.
and not here now. And there's supposedly going to be an escort to take them the whatever they were. What was that lady?
Fox lady.
The fox lady.
Volpera.
The Volpera. Apparently, there's some sort of escort to take her out of prison to somewhere.
Okay, so if we've got the guard coming to release the prisoners already, why don't we just wait?
Because what if by the time he gets this Volpera is gone to whatever this conspiracy is that's going on between the corrupted guards and some of the townspeople here. I mean,
Say that again. So you want to?
But
So Irene's having a hard time following.
Yeah, Cameron's having a hard time following. I don't know what happened last session, so
so I scried on the carpenter's wife,
yeah.
and she and the basket lady were talking about about that they were happy that someone took the fall for what happened when we broke in, and that the Volpera that got imprisoned, they're waiting on an escort to take her out of prison somewhere. And I think it's got something to do with maybe the missing appearances and stuff and whatever the hell's going on in this town. But then when I kept scrying on the carpenter's wife, after the conversation was done, she just went blank for like 7 minutes straight.
Yeah. For the rest of the scrying spell, she was just staring
Just staring blank
blankly at a wall.
at a wall, yeah. And the basket lady left into the night after curfew. And from what I kind of spotted, someone was walking down the street, which I assume was the basket lady. The guard
Yeah.
noticed her, didn't apprehend her or tell her to get inside or anything, just gave her a nod
Mm-hmm.
as if they're in cahoots. So it seems like some of the guards are in cahoots in whatever this conspiracy is, as well as some of the folk.
Well, then why don't we wait until nightfall tonight and follow one?
Well, we could do that, but then the Volpera you wanted to save might gone to whatever this thing is that's happening in town.
I think
Which is why we
Irina
followed
says.
them.
Yeah, Irina says that's what Kashan means. We
Ah.
wait until the escort comes for her.
And then we just follow under night.
What do we want to do about Kashan though? Carius though.
Well, I'm going to be following them.
Yeah.
Well, if your theory is correct, then Carius is probably going to be part of that convoy.
True. All right. So
Alright.
you want to stake out the prison then instead of trying to go in.
Well, if we break in and we get caught, then we're going to be in a lot more shit than if we just wait.
We wouldn't get caught.
Do-
So long as so long-
Irina tries to stifle raucous laughter. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure you won't get caught. The whole reason Nora is in there is because you got caught in the first place. Right.
Yeah.
Let's.
of course you're gonna get caught if you walk into a place and go, "Hello."
I'm
Like you
I'm
didn't
okay.
know that.
Irina says I'm okay to do Kashan's plan and wait for them.
Well, yeah.
I'll let Andy know, and we'll go and stake out Temple of Serene Waters.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're going to be doing then. We're going to be staking out and waiting for this escort to happen.
Excellent. Okay, cool. This is a plan. This
Um,
is a good plan.
I assume this escort will probably happen after curfew, but we'll wait somewhere outside the temple, and then when it gets to curfew, I'll make us invisible.
Okay. Sure. That will be interesting. Okay, so Carius, you don't know anything that's going on in here.
Nope.
All of this planning and stuff. You assume Irene is still waiting outside, But as hours and hours go by, looks like you really are just stuck down here. You can only assume that Irina's either given up or she hasn't been taken down here either. She definitely hasn't been captured, so you can only assume she's been turned away. You do hear a couple of voices up above, footsteps up again, back and forth. But as you sit down here, I'd like you to just roll me one more perception check as well.
Okay.
Both of us.
No, this is back to Carius now.
Oh,
So
sorry, my apologies.
we'll skip back to you guys in a second.
Nice.
One,
Yeah.
you can't hear a damn thing in this cell. It's
Yep.
deep underground.
Yeah.
The voices are muffled behind the thick stone.
Yep.
And as Nora's like probably talking to you, maybe that's a distraction as well.
Yeah.
Nora's like, so you said you came down here to get me out, and now you're in here, so I guess I'm not getting out, right?
Oh no. I'm just thinking of a plan. Chilling. And this coffin is really comfortable.
There's probably a dead person in there.
Well, if my friend was here, that might be useful. But Karis is
It's
gonna,
very dark.
Karis is gonna walk up to the door. They've obviously nailed across the keyhole, so you can't see through that. But it's a double door, right? So it's like
It is, yeah.
So Karis is gonna try to push against the door, just to see if he can make like a little like gap in like the crease of the door, if that makes sense. Like as you open like a double door, even if it's locked, you can sometimes get like a little bit of an opening.
Okay. The doors are pretty damn sturdy.
Yeah.
But as you try to push them even a little bit, you realize they aren't going to budge because of that loud wooden
Yeah.
barricade that they put in front of it.
Alright.
They effectively put a beam of heavy wood in the handles.
Yeah. So, how badly do you want to get out? Just on a scale of 1 to 10.
Well, we might die of thirst down here. That's one thing.
Like,
Second thing, I've been wrongly imprisoned for a crime I didn't do. So, yeah, that's a big issue.
right.
And lastly, it smells. It stinks of like rot.
Yeah.
Like there's literal corpses next to us.
I wasn't gonna say. I thought it might be some of your cabbages.
No, what? I didn't bring any You think I brought cabbages down here?
I mean, you might have. I don't know.
No, they ripped it away from my stall. All I have on me is, let me see. I have some string.
Right. Karis is gonna pull out a dagger, look at it for a moment, be like, Nope, think I'm gonna go a bit bigger than that. Take a step back a moment. I'm gonna test how strong this door is. Pulls out his Wavebender's Leomano and casts Booming Blade on it, and is going to attempt to hit the door with some thunder damage.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Roll an attack. Well, definitely chops into the wood pretty heavily.
Then the extra...
Booming Blade is thunder damage, right?
Yep, so it is 2d8 thunder damage.
So it will make a cacophonous bang,
Yep.
which echoes in the crypt. But it's not like force damage, which literally like maybe you're expecting to like burst the door open. But the thunder damage is heard from all over, and soon after you definitely hear footsteps coming towards you
Right.
against the cold stone.
And then Karis is just waiting. And...
You hear voices on the other side,
Yep.
and they say, "Don't think about escaping. We've brought back up."
Just, how many you got out there? Just, wondering.
Oh, like we're going to tell you.
Well, let's see how many of your ears hurt. And then he is going to cast Shatter because I don't have to see the area.
Just here from the other side, like
I'm trying to judge it by the number of screams I hear out there.
roll a perception check. Okay,
The
you can hear
exact opposite
two.
of my last one.
You can hear two are screaming. Another two are shouting, "Get away from the door! Get away!" That was yes. There's at least four you can hear,
Yep.
and you can hear another voice much more distant than the other ones, and it's saying, it's sighing and saying, "The trouble."
You still alive out there?
Hold on a second. Yes, we're still alive.
Good, good. Wasn't intending to kill you, but I've got an idea of how many are out there now, so that's fun.
You're outnumbered. That's all you need to know.
And you're outmatched.
Not so. Not for long.
Oh,
I say.
really? What you got? What you got? What? Is it an adult blue dragon?
What? No.
Oh, that's a bit disappointing. I killed 4 of those last week. Oh well.
You're bluffing.
I'm really not.
You hear the other voice, the voice of the Arch Abbot, saying, "It seems our prisoner is perhaps telling the truth. He is clearly quite powerful. I
I mean,
suggest we set up some protections for us.
how about instead of you talking about protection and stuff, we come to some sort of arrangement? I'm a merchant, you know. You've obviously got some sort of shady dealings going on. I'm sure we can come to an arrangement."
Shady, you are the one who tried to infiltrate our church.
Because you wrongfully imprisoned someone, and when we had proof that they
Oh,
would
we were
be let
following
go,
orders. Following orders by the guard, of course.
and then when we came with proof from the captain of the guard to let them go, you gave us the runaround. So,
The guards told us explicitly that no one was to leave.
and you told me explicitly that you were expecting someone to come and take her.
That is right. Perhaps they are going to free them when they arrive. All I can tell you, my friend, is that we have to hold you here for at least a few hours yet.
Well, let me just check a feature a moment.
How do we know that you didn't just forge that letter? There are things we need to do just to make sure that you are telling the truth.
That is fair. Well, do you have Zone of Truth? I'm perfectly willing to talk under that.
I didn't prepare it. What a shame.
I mean,
No.
can I claim trial by combat, you know, just to get freedom? Just seeing what my options
You
are.
have the right to remain silent.
But we know that's not going to happen.
Oh, I think you'll find we are quite capable. And you hear them say some sort of verbal command, and yeah, they cast silence on the door, effectively inside the room. You don't need to see where it is, right? No. Cool.
Nope.
There. Okay. Make sure this is up at all times. You can't hear this at this point, but what's going to happen for the next 10 minutes is they're going to be richly casting silence to keep it up on the cell.
That's fair.
And unless you have any other ideas, I'm gonna do a time skip.
I'm just seeing if I have anything that's. Ooh. Ooh. Why is that?
Nora's just like,
Why is that verbal? Sorry, just looking at one of my spells, and I'm like, why of all. Why is Shocking Grasp verbal? Well.
Nora's just silently banging on the door,
Yeah.
and you can see her like visibly huff.
I'm seeing what spells I have that don't require a verbal component. That's no use.
Okay.
Wow. Silence really screws you over.
Yes.
I literally have like
Not
one
sorry.
thing I could do, and it's not going to be very helpful.
After the Lich fight in Curse of Strahd, how are you not aware that silence
I
really
know it's.
I find it
There-
hilarious that Chris has done this to you again. And it's
Eric's
like,
fun.
compare.
Well,
Right.
there, much better.
So
No more loud booming sound.
it's a wooden door, right?
It is, yes.
Carius pulls out his oil flask.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
you might. Well, if this.
Just as a quick thing, actually, no, I can't even say that to them because I can't speak to them.
Nope. It seems they're done with negotiations. Very rudely. Nora looks at you wide-eyed as you pulling out the oil flask and just sort of stroking your beard, maybe.
Yep. Well,
She's like,
instead, what
she
he's
makes this motion.
yeah, actually, how big a gap is there under the door? Sorry, I
Not
haven't.
really. There isn't really a gap.
But is
so to
there
speak.
is there enough that say a liquid would go under it?
Possibly. Yeah, it wouldn't be water-sealed.
Okay, Carius is just as a test of if this will work, because this is weirdly a purely somatic spell. Carius is gonna pour a little bit of water on the floor and just see if he can shape water to make it go under the door.
Does it require verbal?
Nope, purely somatic.
Okay, cool. Yes, I'll say that you can make a puddle start leaking out and moving across. They are watching the door, so
Yep.
tell you what, give me a stealth check. See how stealthily you can do this. And they'll just
Stealth
roll.
puddle. I don't really care. This is more. I'm just now seeing
Oh,
what I can do to get
They
them.
do.
into-
They do know it's on the other side. They're like, what the? But you can't hear them because obviously no sound. But all right, so you've got water leaking out onto the other side.
That was just a test. I then shape water to bring it back, and then I'm going to
Okay.
I'm going to take the fact that water and oil repel each other. I'm going to pour some oil on the floor, and I'm going to use shape water to push some of the oil under so that it's mostly on their side, and then I'm going to sell a light to it so it burns their side of the door, not ours.
All right. Okay. Mm-mm. Thankfully, these clerics are of the serene waters,
Yep.
and they too have something. Let me just check what they can do with it. Cool. All right. You start to see a puddle forming on your side as well. I guess it has got some oil in it as well. And yeah, it is. There is a big puddle just sort of forming, bigger, way bigger than yours. It's like filling under the crack and like making a massive hole under the other side. You can feel a heat as well. There is definitely a heat. How did you set a light to it, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
I've got a torch.
Right, but how do you light the torch? The torch isn't always on, is it? I guess you just have flint or something.
I have a tinder box.
You do. There you go. All right. So you do set light to the torch and then to the oil. there is a heat you can feel from the other side of the door, and then suddenly this massive amount of water starts leaking out on your side. Some of it is oil, but it's very diluted. It doesn't look like they're controlling it. It looks to you like they've just flooded the other side of the door to put it out.
Well, Karis is just going to shape water to bring the water up and just... Which, because he can't affect oil, would just bring the water up and just be like...
Yeah.
Just sort of look to Nara and just be like, drink? Just like mouth it.
He comes over, yeah. And there's a lot of it. You can tell there's potentially gallons being poured onto the other side. And it's formed a puddle up to where the sarcophagus is. And yeah, you can easily just drink that finally as you want. She seems to nod as if it's fresh. And you get the idea that they just used to create water on the other side.
Wait, I need to read silence because for some reason I think that it stops this spell working even though it's not a verbal spell, which is annoying. Because I remember this coming up and being what screwed over Hestelia more than once.
They really have got a very tricky prisoner on there.
Yep.
All of these methods would work, but there's people actively working against you.
Damn it. Because everything's immune to thunder damage whilst in the silence, so... But... I don't have to have it be thunder damage. That's actually kind of interesting for this to be purely somatic spell and it not be able to stop me. So let's try one last thing before we move over to the others. So yeah, obviously fire, they're going to put that out. Thunder won't work. Poison's going to be useless. Lightning. No. Okay, we're going to try this. I'm going to cast Thunderclap, which would normally do no damage, but I'm going to use a single sorcery point to turn it into acid damage, and I'm going to try to melt through the door.
And this is verbal, no verbal, is it?
Yeah, it's purely somatic, which is weird, because the somatic gesture would be clapping your hands.
Okay, this would work if you turn it into... What is it, acid?
Yep. Because it won't work if it's thunder. So it's acid clap.
And it expels in a 15-foot cone in front of you, knocking back in on a failed save. Okay, so would it still knock back? I guess it would be slippery acid.
Well, this is... Yeah, so...
So bizarre. Laura steps back once again.
Acid clap.
Behind the sarcophagus. So you're changing it from thunder. You can do that, right? With your...
Yeah, because I've got the metamagic transmuted spell.
Very cool. Yeah, change the type from the following list. And thunder is on there. So, changing this spell in the moment as this loud explosion would go off, instead focus that energy into small droplets of acid that then just splatter the door. And you can see it is working its way through it. The wood is definitely disintegrating. And thankfully there's no one on the other side immediately. Okay, you see weakness in the door. Like, is it starting to pour and sizzle away?
Okay.
Uh-oh. They can see this too as well, as it's kind of like actively burning through on the other side.
Yep, Karis is now going to try just like a full pelt shoulder barge to it to see if he can now knock it open.
Yeah, roll me a strength check.
Okay.
Or athletics. Nice. Hell yeah. Alright, yep. It seems like the acid has worked its way through the wood. You can hear this, well, you would hear the snap, but instead you just effectively break through a portion of the door, and as soon as you run out, I needed to roll initiative, for sure. You've done it, but that's only step one.
carriage just barges out and it's just sort of makes just like ta-da.
They look towards you and they shout something, but
He
yeah,
puts
whatever
a,
they do.
He puts a hand to his ear like, "I can't hear you."
All right, looks like Saladin was ready for this.
Yep.
The arch abbot, and immediately rolls his eyes, shakes his head, and gonna have to cast a new spell, isn't he? Oh. Let's go with. Yeah, we just need to stop you. Yeah, can't believe you got out. That is impressive. I've got to give you that.
I'm
They're gonna try
versatile.
Okay, I'm gonna upcast this. He grabs his hand and his holy symbol, clenches it tight, and you feel a tightening around all your limbs.
I try to counterspell. Because that's purely somatic.
Okay. You will need to roll a
Charisma
wisdom
check.
or charisma. Yeah, charisma. Oh, that'll do it. Okay, he swiped that away from his grasp and shakes his head and orders the others around him to do something of the same. And so the next one who's up in the turn order, this guy. I need another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, this one I can't counter, so dice don't fail me now.
This one ain't as high a level. But that is a fail, I'm afraid. Okay. I'm afraid they have just cast Hold Person on you, and you are suddenly stuck in place, paralyzed. In your Tada pose, perhaps.
Yeah.
But that is their go. Nora is running, scampering out past you. Sees you now stuck. Screw it, she's going to make a break for it. Why not? She's going to dash and hop around over to here. She would take this path up against the wall. The two injured ones, by the way, at the back, they seem to have retreated. They're on the other side, the ones that you did thunder damage to.
Yep.
They're still like rubbing their ears. Okay. It's another one of these clerics, the injured one. Okay. They say something aloud. You don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then the door just behind you flings open. It's your go and you're paralyzed. I need you to roll a wisdom save.
Yeah, wisdom save it in my turn. Come on, dice. Damn it, dice.
Not a pass, I'm afraid. You're still held in place.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the two clerics next to you begin to manhandle you. And because you're paralyzed, you automatically fail.
Yep.
They're going to use their full action to just drag you effectively, shoving you all the way into this cell. Oh, yeah, the other one's getting away. They want to deal with you first. Okay. They're shoving you into a new cell whilst you're paralyzed.
Yep.
This one will use their action to go up to the door, close it, lock it, and put you away. Back all around. Saladin then turns to Nora and is going to cast a whole person again, but a lesser level this time. Silence would have dropped as well at this point. Several of them are casting concentration spells. So that's gone. And Nora just needs to roll a wisdom save. Poor girl. Doesn't make it. Doesn't make it. They're paralyzed, and then subsequently the clerics on their go are once again going to drag her in.
But before it gets to that complete, would it be my turn again so I can try?
Roll one wisdom save just to see if they do break through. They don't. Okay.
Do I break?
During this, they are pulled away, put into a separate cell, and that one's locked. Roll another wisdom save for me, Garrett.
Damn it, dice. What? 14?
14 is just up on save. I'm afraid. Clerics are actually quite wisdom. On their go after that, you suddenly hear their voices go to silence once again. And before that, though, you hear Saladin saying, "Ah, that was impressive. But, like I said, you will not escape here. Not of your own free will. Just be patient. Wait. You're not going to spend that long down here. Give it a day. Perhaps you'll calm down just then as well. By then." And that's when you hear the silence come over you. You are stuck in here for good. Man,
I mean,
you would have made a good escape, but yeah,
I've
with
still got sorcery points if I wanted to try that.
you could do it again
And
if you
to be
wanted.
honest, this time, actually, wait. Check my spells again. Are any of my teleportation spells non-verbal? Of course they're not. It's the one time I wish I had subtle spell. The one time. So, Karis is just
Oh man, you know what? If you try to do it again, what happens is you see the other two, as it begins to like erode through, you would see the wood suddenly repair itself magically. I just remembered I just looked at their character sheet. I gave them mending.
Nice.
So yeah, they didn't think to do that in the moment
Yeah.
because they were like just so shocked. But
Yeah.
now they're gonna effectively, one of them's continually ritually casting silence, the other one's continually casting mending just to make sure.
Yep.
Man, he's such a hassle. He's so chill. Wow, can't believe it.
Not that we know, but if we decided to break in, we'd have a lot less guards to deal with on the way down.
Yeah.
There
'cause
is
I brought...
actually a lot of them are posted down here. Yeah, just to deal with carriers. It's true.
It's a shame we're not doing.
Yeah. Okay.
But these are
Fish
very
can
solid
of
stone
people
walls. How long would it take me to melt through them? I could try.
You're underground, don't forget. So you'd
Yeah.
have to still get past their. You still have to get past them as well.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, you could make another hole throughout the past the other side. Okay. Let's just go for a quick break after that, and we'll return with the stakeout and a time lapse as you begin to wait it out till night.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back.
We're back.
And welcome back. All right. So she's still stuck in this prison. And as minutes go by, the silent spells obviously continued. I'm sure many more devious ideas come to mind. If you do want to start trying that other thing,
Yep, I'm going to examine the hinges and see what sort of hinges we're playing with.
yeah, they're old, rusty hinges, which is probably a bad thing for you, but
Well,
given
we've got some oil. Could probably spend some time working on the hinges, making them better. If they're rusty,
working
that
full
also
time.
means.
Well, if you want to try and unscrew them like you suggested earlier, you can give me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
This isn't going to be something you can do immediately, however, so it'll take time.
Now the dice are in my
Okay.
favour.
It will take time, like I say, but over the course of the next like 20 or so minutes, you can begin to start unscrewing as many hinges as you possibly can.
Yeah.
There is still a barricade on the other side, bear in mind.
Yep.
Uh,
Well, I'm
but
weakening the door structurally,
right, exactly.
and they don't know.
They don't know.
Weird.
It's true.
Carrius might not actually attempt to escape here. I've actually got an idea, because as they go to remove the barricade, he can then slam into the door and just make the door onto them, because they won't know.
Right, yeah, you could just yeah. There's plenty of little options. So okay, for now, then you've unscrewed the door. You've made it unstable, and you're just biding your time, ready and waiting.
Just as one last thing, Carrius is just going to have a look in the coffin, see if there's anything in there.
Sure.
You know.
Let's have a look.
If you look in the right trash can, you end up becoming king, right?
Yeah, roll a d12 for me.
You find some messages.
A 4.
4. There is a saucepan placed over the chest of this person's desiccated old body. It's very rotten. There's hardly any sinew left on them. There's mostly just bone.
How in good condition
have a
is the
saucepan.
saucepan? Is it a good saucepan?
Yeah, it's like cast iron, so
Cool. Garrus is gonna nod and bow his head in apology. He's then going to. Do I have anything obviously flammable? I could probably buy some more of those. That could work.
Nora just looks at it and maybe it's a makeshift club. Who knows?
Yeah, Nora's in the other prison, isn't she?
Oh yeah, Nora's in the other one, isn't she? Yeah,
Right,
sadly.
so
Roll a d12 for her. See what's inside hers.
Sure, why not? A 9.
9. Large knife.
Fair.
She's got a weapon at the least. Very least.
Are crossbow bolts partially wood?
Yeah. Well,
actually, no. What I'm going to
yeah.
do is I'm going to pile up 4 torches on the floor. Gonna pour some oil over the top of them.
If you smoke yourself out, you will be unable to breathe.
I know.
So you're aware. Okay.
He's just doing this a little. He's going to do it nearer the door. Actually, there's no breeze or anything in here, is there? Thinking about it.
No.
No,
there is not.
And I don't think. Why is that a verbal spell? Sorry. I'm just considering this a moment. Smoke's going to fill this up pretty well. Okay, he won't do that, but he'll keep it in mind. He's going to put some water in the pot and put some berries from his rations, crush them up, and just sort of sit there letting it like stew in the water for now.
In the saucepan.
Yep.
You're cooking yourself up a meal. Okay.
Yeah. He's not really cooking it. He's just like, because he hasn't lit the fire. He was going to, and then he's like, no, that's stupid. So now he's just sort of soaking the to make like
Okay.
berry water, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. Rejuvenating, refreshing berry water.
Yep,
At least he was able to give Nora a drink before she was put in
exactly.
the other one. Because hours begin to go by, Carius, and we're going to jump to the others. So, stakeout crew. As you're approaching the Temple of Serene Waters, I'll give you, because I didn't do this for the others, give you a full description of the exterior as well. So, where is it? There it is. Okay, so as you're approaching, it's still like, did you wait till later, or are you going there straight now? By the way, good question.
Be, some, be somewhere hanging about
About
within within viewing distance of it, but we wouldn't be like stood right next to. Irina
yeah.
might, because Irina kept saying that they were going to wait outside the door.
Okay, so that means you'd be outside the walls as well, because the temple itself is constructed from granite blocks, and there is a 20-foot wall surrounding the temple, which you can get into, but people do notice you. So you can't just always just walk up to the door straight away.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so if you're hanging around outside the walls for now, I would assume. Um,
Yeah, we're miscreants.
the gates to the wall are strong, wooden, and carved into them are the precise and precise craftsmanship is like an ornate carving of the the angel with that urn pouring water. Um, let's see.
I would have found a shady spot outside, and with the cloak of shadows, I would have just poofed into
Then build it
one
in.
spot.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you're just on the you're looking up to where the sun perhaps shines down, and then finding the shadow to
That
hide in.
that's good, because Shan can just naturally be invisible.
So we'll say you're on the wall where the sun is not shining, waiting until later for now. Yeah, you do meld into the shadow as the cloak pulls you into this obfuscated area. Where's Llewellyn just sort of milling around, waiting around?
Pretty much, because I don't want to waste my invisibility spell
Mhm.
until it comes
Okay,
curfew
if
time.
that case, as you're wandering, you perhaps do pass the gates every now and again, and you can see a broad path that leads up to the doors of the temple, where on the steps, that's where Irina was. She points that out.
Are you
Um,
are you going to be going back to the waiting in directly outside the door, or are you staying around?
she'll be with you, Levin.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So is Andy as well. They're just they're both trying to keep un again like conspicuous.
Oh, Andy's
Yeah, I'm gonna say Andy's gonna be with you guys, just in case anything does go down. Might need all the backup you can get. Anyway,
while waiting, every now and then I will clock into my Raven's vision if I can,
okay.
just see what the basket lady's doing.
Hmm. The temple is more than 100 feet away from the wizard tower.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Then it wouldn't really matter. I'll poof my Raven to me,
Okay.
and I guess I'll keep it posted like flying above and stuff, and
All right.
basically
Uh,
scouting from above.
you see several servants in the garden grounds, like in the courtyard, going about their business. Um, they seem to be. You can roll an insight check.
You know, the idea is if we see Carius leave in any manner, or the Vol
Hmm.
Volpera,
You can roll. Yeah. Okay.
how's it
Um.
go? Oh,
It was pretty damn good. Okay. The gardeners seem to be sticking to one area in particular. They seem to be like not actually gardening, but rather kind of dusting the floor. They have like brooms out. And don't forget, like this is a desert environment, so there isn't greenery in like flower beds or anything like that. It's quite sparse, but they seem to be sticking to one particular area around the back of the temple, and the temple wall is built as part of the main wall of the entire dry oasis. So it's backed up onto the main wall, which you can see guards do patrol along as well. And you have no idea why they're dusting that one particular area. It looks like they're trying to like cover something up. Maybe
Able to
you're
try and perceive.
sorry.
I'm able to try and perceive what it is through my raven.
Um, yeah, that you'll have to get closer, but you can roll a perception check or even a survival check.
Yeah, I'll do a raven sort of swoop down at one point and just perch somewhere nearby before flying back up.
Yeah,
Like
give
the
me a perception check.
uh, raven's perception check. It would be, would it?
Uh, you can see through the eyes of your raven,
Yes.
so I'll say that. Hmm, whilst you're looking through them, you can use your perception. But if it's just a raven on patrol, it'll be his.
So while I'm looking through it, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's good. That's,
Okay. They're doing something else as well. In particular, they're seemingly they seem to have a couple of herbs, and they're kind of one of them's got a sensor as well. That's it. And they put the herbs in the sensor, lit it, and they seem to be swinging it back and forth near that area. And they're looking around, and they're sniffing the air, and then they seem to go over to another area and then wave the sensor there. And then they look around, seem to be pleased with their work, and then head back in. In addition to that, 23, you can also hear chanting coming from inside. The bird just picks it up out of perhaps an open window.
do I know? Hmm, I don't even. In my head, I'm thinking that's probably them ritually casting the silence spell, but in character, I don't even have the silence spell. I don't think, so I wouldn't know.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. It goes on for longer than 10 minutes, and it's not a repeating one either, meaning they aren't casting a 10-minute ritual. Whatever the hell that is, it's a 24-hour ritual. And it seems to be nothing you've heard of in your own spell list. Doesn't sound like an arcane kind of incantation. Sounds like a divine one. Or whatever it is, it's going to be a long time. They're going to
I
cast it.
think I know
They
what
seem to
they're
be
doing.
perhaps reciting the rites of a long passage. And if you just fly near a window and perhaps over here, yeah, it sounds like they're reciting a long, detailed spell,
I'll be
saying
telling.
like just
Yeah, I'll be telling this to Irina as it goes along. But
yeah. They say you just perhaps catch some words of it with that. It says they say something like
message.
infuse this holy ground, protect it, bind it, and says, "Yeah, may the waters cleanse this place. May the waters protect it."
Is this
They,
what I?
they,
Is this what I think this is? Out of character. Is this the hollow. It is, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know.
Gareth,
Not in character, but
hello, you smell the herbs and incense.
A
You can just smell the
hollow.
burning of it. It's strong enough to walk down there. Okay. So hours go by. They continue to recite this.
so yeah, I'll be telling Irina what I'm getting and messaging it to Shan as well. Does it
Oh,
go
something else.
past
If
curfew?
you're one last thing with that 23 on your perception. Where they were waving the sensor on the ground, I mentioned people were sweeping as well. They were clearly sweeping up tracks. What tracks they were, you can't tell because they've swept them up. But they were covering up tracks.
Oh.
And they were seemingly masking some sort of smell. Anyway, that's what happened during the day. Do you guys continue to stake out?
I'm really fighting the urge to do something reckless like Carius did, but I know Irene would probably stop me. But yeah, unless you have any objections to wanting to do something else, Kasham,
And that was at the
You
back
can.
of the temple, just so you're aware.
you want to continue staking out?
I'm going to ask
Um,
you, Kisham, which side of the temple will you be on? Bear in mind, it backs up onto the wall of the dry oasis, so you've got the front with the gates, you can see into the courtyard, the left side, the right side.
uh, which
But if
way
you
is
would
the
be on the
sun
back,
going?
the sun would be rising and setting in the
Rice in
west.
the east, sets in the west.
Sets in the west. So you'd be on the east side if you want to stay hidden as the sun goes down.
And what I'm kind of tempted to do is do similar to what I did when we were in the dungeon before with the spirit boys. Is climb up the top of the wall, and then when I get to the top, freeze. So I'm kind of like a CCTV.
Big bad man. All right. Yes, you can do that. It is thick enough you can perch on.
Close
The
catch
only wall
TV.
that can be walked on and patrolled is the back one. And you wait and wait and wait. And hours go by. Eventually, the sun does start to set. And the gates to the temple are closed and barred from the inside. And you can see two guards resume their post on there. Two guards at the gate. And Irina, Llewellyn, Andy, you are left outside the wall. And if you're walking past the gate at this point, they are seeing you. They eye you up.
Is this
Sorry,
is this when curfew's coming into place?
it would be as well. They would probably be telling you quite rudely, "Get home now. You've no business staying around at this late."
Yeah, okay. This is when we would yeah, just about 10 minutes or so before or whatever, before they close the gates and lock up and everything. For curfew, we would leave and basically find a quiet corner where cast invisibility on us, and then sneak our way in, join Kashan.
Okay.
The stakeout continues.
All right. Roll a
Just hope
stealth
it's
check
not
for
a
me
mistake out.
Stealth.
with advantage. Very good. Okay. Cool. And you've upcast this, right?
Yeah, I'd have to. Andy wants to stay out of trouble because she doesn't want to get
Yeah,
caught.
she'll probably be
I
back
Oh,
with the
the
kids,
guards.
right?
Yeah, I get the feeling that Andy wouldn't want to do this, just from past sessions. Irina might want to join to try and stop us from getting into serious trouble, as much as we're going to be doing
Well,
something.
they're
Right.
they can always get out with their cloak if something gets bad.
That's true. So I'd
And
probably cast. I'd probably cast it for me and Irina. So I'd be casting it at level 3.
well, then they'll cast it themselves on them on themselves.
Yeah, they have invisibility themselves as well, don't
Mm-hmm.
they? Good. Just because I don't want to waste all my spells just on casting invisibility.
And she's got a 24 on stealth. Ain't
Nah.
nobody alerted to your presence. No, none of the servants are aware you're there. You've snuck up. Just tell me, how do you get over the wall?
Yeah, that's what I would.
Sean's up there, and this is before you've gone invisible, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I
You
was
can,
putting across before they lock the door and shut it all up. We would want to try and sneak
Basically,
our way
going
in.
oh, you want
invisible
to
and
get
going
through the
whilst
door?
the door's still open.
I see. I see.
So we
Okay, yeah,
locked in on the side.
yeah. You can see them in the process of that, though. Mm, yeah, no, hold on. I'm going to backtrack on that. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to just quickly sneak in because you said you have to leave, go invisible, and then come back. By the time you come back, they've already locked the door, and there's 2 guards posted outside of it. So you will need to climb the wall somehow.
Kashan's already up though.
He is.
Kashan!
You message spelling him?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just drop her up.
I drop a rope.
Yeah.
All
50.
of it.
Yeah. A whole
And
coil
I
of
just
50
reply,
rope.
now what?
What?
He dropped the rope.
No. No.
That's so funny.
You didn't literally do that, did you? Did you? Don't tell me you
I-
did.
Of course I did.
Irina tosses one end back up.
I'm pretty sure my intelligence is 8. Yeah, it is.
Just mage hand it back up, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mage hand it back up.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
mage hand you get up there.
I start reeling the rest of the rope.
And
Okay.
that's when we grab on and you're basically trying to pull us up at this point because you're trying to pull the rope back up to yourself, but we're holding on.
Alright, what I'll do is I'll start. Do I see anybody on this side of the wall?
You saw several clerics go into, like, past the windows, like through this corridor, and then yeah, they did enter and sit somewhere in this mess hall. You expect it to be. You can hear like sounds of chattering and murmuring. There is a fire lit here as well. There are people inside, but as you look around the grounds itself, doesn't appear to be anybody. Although, give me just a perception check as well. On top of that, it's starting to get dark.
19.
19. Okay. Yeah. Oddly, again, you do see several of these clerics and servants. They do head out to the back courtyard once again. They seem to look around, give it good once over, and after that, you see them come back to the mess hall, and the back doors to the mess hall are in fact open courtyard, and you do see someone out there. Maybe he's going for a smoke break. Maybe you're not sure, but there's one person at the back of the courtyard looking out, but none on the side where you are. I'm just
Do I
gonna
have
pop
Oh, sorry.
on the map.
We,
I'll ping where they are over here.
we try and climb up there.
Oh, okay.
Join Kashan.
Yeah, so what I was gonna do was I was gonna say, right, grab on effectively.
Yeah. and pull them
I'm,
up.
yeah, I'm gonna start lowering myself down on the other side.
What,
Okay, cool.
interesting question. Because it's a church type thing, are these all stained glass windows?
Yeah, several of them are, yes.
Stained glass
Only,
windows aren't the strongest type of windows, are they?
yeah. The ones in the mess hall are just normal windows. The ones in the main temple are. But
So, so I'm gonna have my raven full on dive at one of the windows to cause a distraction while we're trying to
Really?
sneak over this wall.
Really?
which window?
We're under stealth.
Well, we're stealth, but we're making it better for us. It's gonna be on like the opposite side from where we are. They're gonna see a bird.
On the east. Sorry, on the which side on the west? Wait, you are on the west side, aren't you?
Yes, on the east side then, if we're on the west.
Right.
They're gonna. It's a bird. They know birds are stupid. They're gonna be like, oh,
No,
for fuck.
we're on the east side.
Oh, then it's on the west side.
Right,
Right,
it's in the east, set in the west.
oh my god.
Yes, correct. So it's on
Creating.
the west. I mean, you're on the east. Yeah, cool. All right. You send your bird flying and slapping into one of the windows. Sure. It causes quite a commotion. You see maybe several. Are you trying to kill your bird, or are you literally just
I'm
having it back?
trying to smash the window because stained glass windows are brittle.
Okay. Your raven's gonna die from this.
Oh, really?
But I'll tell you what, roll a strength check. Yeah, you're smashing him into. It's gonna do bludgeoning damage.
And it
It's
only
enough
has 1
bludgeoning damage to
HP.
break a window. It's enough bludgeoning damage to kill a bird.
I've
Have
seen
you ever seen a pigeon fly into a window?
they survive. I've seen a pigeon die from doing that.
Smashing into a window.
Yeah. Uh, what's this? Sorry, strength.
Well, those are pigeons that have
Se-
had years of evolution to be able to smash through windows.
Strength check, did you say, or is it?
Yeah, just a strength check.
Should be good.
Also, these windows are triple glazed.
I'm sorry, Birdie, but this is a necessary cause. Oh wow, not 20.
It does it. Smashes straight through it. Everyone's like, "What the hell?" Go check out that noise. You see well, not all of the clerics, but several of them in the area do rush over and are inspecting the glass that's now shattered and broken across the ground.
Does
There's
it?
no sign of your familiar, as you
Okay.
do take 1 point of damage either from the cut of the glass or from just the bludgeoning damage. Either way, your bird's gone. But they are all over that window. Like, what the hell? What did that?
It just poofs out of existence.
Oh, yeah. Stay on guard. Cool.
It's on the opposite side.
Okay, so that happened. Everyone is over the wall at this point, I'll say. It does take a little while, but you get there. So drag your tokens down to here. And we're missing Irina. Nope, Irina's around the front. There we go. All right, all of you are set down into the courtyard. You can smell food coming from the mess hall. There's a warm fire lit in there. There's another smaller building to the side of that, but there's no windows to that.
So, we just chilling out still, or do we want to try and help carry us, or
Nah.
we're just chilling out? Okay.
Up to you. Yeah, your invisibility will only last so long.
And now and then I'd have to cast it again.
Yes.
Well, I thought we were just watching.
True. But we could try and watch a bit from a bit closer, like inside. No.
Fine.
No, it's all right. If we just wait outside, we can wait outside. It's just, what if nothing happens? What if you have a secret exit? What if? I don't know. There's weird stuff going on.
I don't know either.
I'm a little bit impatient, is all.
No shit.
I like to do things.
Yep. And that's
You
why
might have
Carrius.
shiny still.
That's why Carrius got in trouble.
Can we have like a once round of the whole place?
Feel free to move yourselves.
And how's like the things on the other side as like we come round? Like how after say half an hour, how many people are around that window and that got smashed?
Yeah, both guards from the front have come to investigate it. You can see the clerics in the main temple have all congregated around it. The ones in the mess hall, however, have not moved.
Okay.
You do see, if you're looking through windows, no, in fact, you can't see through there anymore. You'd need to, one, move yourself, or two, summon another familiar to be able to see through, to know what's going on.
I don't have enough for another familiar.
Okay, then. Right now, there's literally a whole building in the way, so.
I know. But if we did go like around and just like checking out areas, one so forth,
You can get around this area as well.
yeah, like so there's no guards posted on front anymore because they're
No.
posted at the broken window.
There's two guards at the front gate to the exterior wall, but none in the front of the temple.
Yeah, that's interesting.
One of the doors is probably open right now. Seeing through it, if you do peek, you
Yeah.
can see that they are talking to a main figure, the abbot, the arch abbot, and they are saying, "The glass just shattered. It. Someone must have thrown something in, but I can't see anything amongst the glass." And the arch abbot's very discerning and says, "It wouldn't have just smashed on its own. Stay on guard. Their friends may have come back to break them out."
No, we didn't.
Yeah, if anything, this has put them on alert.
Damn it. But there is now a way in if everything gets closed up and whatnot,
Well,
and we do want to go in. But
yeah.
I
True.
assume
You knob.
Kashan would have come with. If we're just
Hell
staking,
no.
if we're just staking out, nothing has changed. But if we do want to break in, at least there's an entrance that we can invisibly work our way in.
Yeah, across all the broken glass. No, there is someone sweeping it up, but it's taking some time.
Exactly. But listen here, I'm trying to be responsible. I'm not just gonna rush in. It's gonna take both you and me in agreement that we're gonna go in for me to go in there. So if you don't want to, then
Irina, what do you want to do?
staying out.
Let's just wait a bit longer, Irina says. You'll need to recast invisibility, though.
Yeah. I will.
Thing seems to be happening, she says. And I don't know where the entrance to the prison is.
Where was the courtyard specifically? The one you're on about?
Courtyard is all around it, effectively. So there's a gap in the wall. But if you're talking about the back,
Yeah.
where you saw the sweeping going on,
Yeah.
it's this whole section of the back which isn't on the map per se. You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me
So
grab.
would I be able to get there without like is there any buildings in the way or would I be able to get there freely?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Because I want to, while invisible, I want to check that area out as to what the hell they were doing.
It's basically why I've made an L shape with the map, because I wanted there to be this big gap at the back here. So effectively, like this. If you can see it. Yeah, I've added some extra there. There's like this big courtyard, like this. There's statues. There's kind of little walkways and benches, but there isn't any buildings back there. It's just open area.
Yeah, I want to check out as that area and find out more clearly as to what the hell they were doing, other than sweeping up tracks.
Go ahead. To get there, I would require another stealth check, purely because you're going past the two outside.
Advantage
Mhm.
20. Oh, that's good.
Very good. Okay. There are two people from the mess hall, so move your token around here.
Yeah.
Two clerics are looking from the outside here, and they're looking out around the courtyard, watching it, waiting, and they don't seem to spot you as you're walking around.
It's casually.
You get to the point in which they were sweeping and waving that sensor, and I guess if you want to roll, well, I did say the tracks were all swept up, so there's hardly any sign of them left, and you can just smell the smell of like incense.
I'm trying to gather information as to what the hell they were doing.
Yeah, it seems like okay. Oh yeah, okay. Um, give me a perception check, or actually survival. It still have to be survival because you're looking down, looking around. Okay.
Seven.
Whatever tracks they left, they swept up. Whatever smell was here is now covered up with the smell of the sensor. Um, that being said, you look around, checking high and low, and eventually can see near the wall, perhaps out of arm's reach, there is some sort of smear or stain on the wall. It's about like 10 foot up on the 20-foot high wall.
Here.
Yeah, like a smear of something. The rest of the walls are pretty clean, and you'd expect them to be clean. Why would there be a smear on the wall unless someone's throwing feces at the wall for no reason? But it almost looks like that. It's like a kind of a weird brownish smear, as if something slid down it.
No clue what's going on. Guess I go back and relay the information that they've swept up tracks, they've done smelly stuff to try and cover up some sort of smell, and there's a weird smear up a wall.
There is also a guard at the top of the wall on that side, and he is looking out to the north, at the top of the dry oasis, like out to the exterior, like into the desert, basically.
Just taking in this
He's,
information.
he's kind of in line where the smear is as well.
Just taking in this information, laying it to Kshan, Irina, and Andy. And probably somewhat sighing because stakeouts are boring. Stakeouts are so boring.
How do you think
Well,
Karis feels? He's stuck in a prison at the moment with a.
Like I just want to go in and save carriers, and
You need to if you want to skip another hour, I need another recast of invisibility.
are we waiting another hour?
Well, so the end goal of this is not only to save carriers, but is to find out what exactly they're doing, where they're taking these people. If we just go in gun ho, then
Yeah, no.
we're not going to find anything out.
Yeah.
The clerics start to pack away the foodstuffs, and they seem to be on the move.
Guess we'll just check through the windows and stuff.
They've cleared out the mess hall.
Who's really about doing invisible? No, nothing much I've actually got in terms of what would be worth doing. Invisible.
Alright.
Keep going invisible.
He's a guard. He has a torch as well, this guard.
Yeah.
Because he'd be looking out to the north.
Yeah, I'll keep us invisible again for another hour. That's
Okay.
if that's the plan.
Yep. And it seems on this hour something is occurring. 2 people, 3 clerics in fact, have moved around to the back of the courtyard. And the guard at the top seems to be turning around the inside of the courtyard. Kashan, you haven't moved your token at all yet. I don't know where you want to go, but wherever you are is where it's gonna. Wherever you are, it's whatever you can see.
Are you coming to see
I
smearing stuff?
there we go. Oh, I was waiting for him to move. There we go.
So this isn't really all here. This is all kind of just open area, and there's no house here or whatever. The wall is there though. That part's correct. The guard seems to be turning around, and he seems to give a wave of the torch. And 3 of these clerics seem to congregate around the wall. And one of them goes inside and goes in through the back of the mess hall. A minute passes, and he returns. And if you're... Yep, go on.
That I was saying, do we even know where they're being?
Nope. Arian doesn't know where the prison entrance is.
In
So
here.
at this point, finally, after God knows how long waiting, you start to see a rope just dropped, dangled down,
What the hell is that?
and a creature begins to rappel down the side of the wall,
Oh no.
and it is humanoid in appearance, but
Oh no.
it's something about it that looks monstrous and ugly. It's got these frills on its neck and back. It's got this skin that seems almost like slightly melted. Maybe it is covered in a droopy wax or something. It's got these massive long claws, one of which is extended to the point where it's almost like like a velociraptor kind of claw, like extended. On their elbows, they've got these kind of bony protrusions. They've got a long slathering tail that seems to be slick with something.
Do I or my book know what the hell this is?
You can roll a Arcana check.
Cool. Oh, that looks freaky as hell. Oh wow.
They are known as troglodytes.
It's actually not what I thought it was. I'm actually slightly less terrified now. I thought it was
No,
a grey slard.
They are not the most terrifying, but rather they are one of the more common creatures. They are savage, degenerate, squat humanoids that basically wallow, usually in dark places underground. Uh, they usually mark their borders with like cracked skulls and bones, and pictographs painted in blood and dung. And that smear of which you saw on the wall may have actually, in fact, been dung. As you see them beginning to slide down, they seem to leave this kind of sickly stain wherever they go. And a smell, a scent on the air is wafted in your direction. And that's when you recall, with that natural 20, the potent and loathsome stench that they emit from their bodies. They will eat anything, and as such, their diet is pretty grim. Wherever they go, they leave these oily secretions, and their foul odor just emanates around them. Humanoids within the vicinity can hardly stomach the smell. But they're fairly simple-minded brutes. That whatever they're up to, though, they seem to be in league with these clerics, as they're actually allowing them entrance into their holy temple. Um,
The the
yeah,
feeding them prisoners. How are people being swapped? Question.
they
Like,
look around, seem to kind of let out some guttural noises, and the clerics begin to show them where to go. One of them's leading. Let's see.
is this if I'm conveying this to the group and they're heading inside,
Yes.
is this that this might be the escort? Is this where we want to follow them in, or do we want to wait and hope that they're gonna come out with carriers? They might be going in for feeding time.
Here's one last little note. Um, 4 of them go in. 2 of them stay back, and they seem to be
Okay.
laying out what looks to be a stretcher. And you can see there are several more on top of the wall, and they're lowering ropes down to this stretcher.
Yes, they might be coming outside then, if not all of them are going in.
And what else?
'Cause
They have rope. They have and little. They do have weapons kind of sheathed. They don't seem to be using them or anything like that. Small little knives and such. Their claws are pretty deadly weapons as it is. It's up to you guys. If you've just seen a pack of them, and the cleric go inside.
yeah, seeing that there's more of them, I feel less that the idea is they're going in to feed, more like they're going in to grab who they need to grab and come back out. Because otherwise, all of them would go in to feed. That's my thought process anyway.
Oh,
So I guess we
and
wait.
I'd like you four to roll a perception check as well. One more little thing. A nice little thing. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Oh my god!
Uh,
Again,
Ishan, you're rolling so bad that you just got a whiff of these creatures, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
wow, 2 nat 20.
Great.
Yep.
Insane.
Con save. Okay, 14. Okay, you do manage to hold your stomach together, but my god, is it absolutely foul. It is the worst smell you've ever smelt. Like a mixture of dung and rotten fish, and it just makes you want to heave immediately, but you resist gagging and potentially giving away your location. As for you, Levin, you definitely hear the sound of hooves with their arrival. You could swear that was hoof against the sand on the outside, but you don't hear any like braying or like
Got,
whinnying.
they've got a means of leaving.
But definitely the sound of hooves. And Andy hears it too, and she goes, "Ah, hooves! It's like the rumors say. Don't go traveling out at night. Travelers go missing. They say they're dragged away by shadows in the night, and only the sound of hooves to accompany their disappearance.
Get it
That was
now.
the rumor."
I get it now. So if they don't happen to have any prisoners in, take them off the streets. But because they've got prisoners in, they can just take them directly from the prison.
But why are they just handing people over?
No, no, this is the bigger thing. And then why are the people who are just going blank? What are they? Like the carpenter's wife, where she just stared at a wall for like 7 minutes straight, like as if there was nothing there in front of them. Like her
Okay.
eyes glazed over.
Plot thickens. Curious.
Yep.
You see the door beginning to move.
Right. Yep. Carius. Carius takes a step towards the door, and this time he is going to thunderclap and transmute it to lightning, and basically try to push the door with that whilst electrocuting people on the other side.
Okay.
Because again, purely somatic spell. Lightning clap.
Ah! You see one of these troglodytes is on the other side of the door. This hideous creature just like flails back and tries to like shield its lizardy body from the blast of electricity. It's definitely severely injured, but it's still alive. And it like flails backwards. Ah! In its hand, you can see that it was holding a knife as well. The other one next to it, who didn't get hit by the blast, suddenly shields like some sort of vial in his hand away from the blast. As
Yep.
for the two clerics, they rolled pretty well in their con save. One of them is slightly zapped. The other one managed to dodge out of the way of it. Do they take half
No, it's a cantrip, so.
on a thunderclap? Okay, okay. Alright then, let's roll initiative again. Unless, of course,
Yep. I'm going.
yeah, alright. Yeah.
Third chance the
Shut up,
charm.
as before.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, you're ready this time. Oh,
The
so is one of
tro-
these troglodytes.
the
They're used to this.
The troglodyte outpaces me, but I think that's probably the least of my threats in a weird way.
Alright, went off for a run. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So you can see Saladin is talking with one of these troglodytes, of which this one immediately turns around. And yeah, as you step forward there, he seems to hurl a dagger straight towards you. See.
How?
I'll just use the claw as a means to try and hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do that. Wow, 19.
That does hit me. Just.
Doesn't.
No, it does.
Oh, it does hit you. Okay. All right.
Unless I've got
the dagger
partial cover from the wall.
sinks in for exactly that damage. Three points of piercing damage.
Yep.
And you look down, you can see the dagger is coated in some sort of poison as well. And I need you to roll that con save.
With advantage. Because Belcher Dwarven can't.
Yep. And I will remind you once again, there is still a silence spell up.
Yep.
I'll draw a template for
27
20
good
foot.
enough?
Right there. 27 is flying colors. You can see there's poison on it. You clench your body, resisting it and expelling the poison from your infernal blood. That's having no effect on you.
Yep. So, Carrot.
Okay.
So, was that its
Your
turn?
turn.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Alright, so Karis is going to take a couple of steps forward and just be like, I can talk again. Hello, everyone. Right. Guess what? I really, really don't like sitting still for long periods of time. So, 1, 2, 3. Actually, wait. Are you in range? Oh, what's my thing on the side? There it is. Sorry. I lost the ability to measure then for a moment. Perfect. Just in range. So, let's start things
Hold
off.
him.
Let's start things off with a bit of a bang.
Jesus.
And
Okay.
I am maximizing this because I'm just gonna
Okay.
try because Karis is just sort of pissed now. He's just like, I've been sitting still for fucking hours. So his targets are because this troglodyte that's nearest him,
Okay.
Saladin because he's within 30 feet. This troglodyte and this troglodyte because it tried to wait. Just check. My chain lightning is 3 bolts. Okay, so and that troglodyte too because I cast it at 7th level. So all of those need to make dex saves or take 80 lightning damage.
Okay. Jeez. All right. Start with Saladin. 12 fails. Takes the 50.
I destructive raft it. It's 80.
Oh, how much? 80. Blood. Okay. What?
Yep, Karis was just like, nope, done with this.
You're killing the troglodytes. All 4 of them. Yeah, even with save. They are blasted the fuck away. Is that all of the targets? I think it is.
Yeah, and Saladin.
Saladin, by the way, lives after that.
Excellent.
Yes, he lives.
Let me just.
Quick question while this is going on.
Hmm?
I don't suppose we hear that outside.
The blast of destructive wrath lightning? Yeah, probably.
Okay.
It's so loud that it's just
Okay.
sounds like it's beneath the earth, though. It doesn't sound like it was.
Yeah. Also,
near,
these
anywhere near.
2 clerics that are next to me also take
Yep.
6 lightning damage due to Heart of the Storm.
6 lightning. Okay.
Just for
All right.
funsies. And you know what? Yes. Okay. Right. Next step. Let's quicken a spell. I'm not done.
You're not.
Right.
Okay.
So I've moved 10 feet. There's obviously these ones next to me, and I could. Let me just check my spells a moment.
Yeah, those troglodytes are toast. There's just charred body like on the ground.
I'm just making a decision.
It is unbelievably potent, however. Like,
Yeah,
Is it
you know
check?
what?
you walked up right next to one of them, didn't you?
Yeah, so there's 2 clerics next to me. I could do that.
Yeah,
Just try
in
to
fact-
wipe them out, but I want to try to take out as many as I can. But I mostly want to take out Saladin, so I'm just thinking, you know what? Let's. I've done.
Before you do
20
anything else,
feet.
I'd like you to just give me one more con save. This is for the stench of these things.
Okay.
It is a poison effect. Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you-
So,
You've been next to a crypt all day.
yeah.
You're used to the smell of death.
So I've moved
Alright.
1, 2, 3. Hop on the glaive.
Arius is pissed.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hello. As I just glaive over to him.
Okay.
And with my bonus action, because I quickened, we're going to shocking grasp him.
Jesus. Well, that hit. And it took 12 points of damage. He is electrocuted. He is so badly injured after all of this.
Yep. And then you know what? Let's just go. Nah, I'm just gonna fly over to the other side of him, just because I can.
Okay. All of the other clerics, you know how this goes.
Yep.
I need a wisdom save from you.
Yep. Basically screwed with some of that plan. So, but
I need 4 wisdom saves if you
Yeah.
pass.
Okay, so
They're gonna all one by one try to do it.
Do this. You got
Okay.
this.
Dice don't fail me for once. Dice, you failed me for once.
Immediate fail. Okay. There's this one who's concentrating. And as for the other ones, they will jump down. And
I mean, Karis is now floating on a glaive. It's just like,
yeah, that's true. He's just gonna have to run up to you then. You can hear the orders are, hold him still, administer the poison now! And one of them's running up to you, grabs like the vials of the body of this troglodyte, and is coating his knife with it. The troglodyte is still roasted, but
Yeah.
what's happening? Okay.
Karis just
The
sort
other
of
one-
looks at him, even his paralyzed stare, and say, "And you're not shady?" That's just the
Silence.
look he's giving them. He can't speak.
Get that silence on him as well, and that's what the next one will probably do after this. So this guy's got the poison out, coated it on a weapon, and then he hands it to this guy. He then takes his action to stab you with it,
Well,
and we'll just use the mace as a means to attack.
yep.
It's
it
not going to be an
hits.
actual mace attack. So
Right.
yep, that's a hit. It's a crit as well.
Yeah.
You're going to take. I'll do the damage. Hold on. I'll do that. 1d4 plus 2. 2d4. So you take 7 points of damage. It's hardly anything.
Yep.
But
And
poison starts to
con save again.
drip. Yes, please. Laughable. Whatever this poison is, it ain't having any effect on you.
Guess you just
You
like
perhaps just feel a little bit lethargic for a moment, but you shake it off. You've got too much adrenaline. Okay. Okay, this one is gonna cast silence on you.
okay.
Actually,
It's fair.
where is he? Yeah, that's what we'll have to do. There it is.
We're gonna wait patiently upstairs. Karis is like, "Nope, I've waited long enough." And there's weird creatures out here.
And he's gonna quickly duck around.
Ah, clever.
That's the last one. Hmm. Um,
Hmm.
okay, they need to
Yes, I actually
somehow lower your
like
speed.
their idea.
Hmm.
In terms of the end of this round, we heard a cacophonous sound
Yep.
down here. Did we see any movement from up above? Did any of them like hear this as well and charge in, or
From where you're standing, no. Not from where you're standing.
well, the question is, are we just staying outside Kashan, or do we want to?
I'm kind of thinking to go back in.
You're thinking about going in? Yeah, I'm down to do this. Well, if this is something that's going on, because we heard some sort of explosion happen. We know Carius is in there, so we know.
I'm pretty sure we know what Carius is lightning.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah,
I
I
would-
mean, my lightning is probably distinctive now. It probably sounds almost like dragon lightning with the whole elemental adept thing. It's just
Yeah, definitely.
So we know Kashan is it. Carius is in a bind then. Did you say?
It sounds like Garrus is the one creating a bind, but
Yeah, exactly. So, what do you think?
you can start moving your way there, but it will take turns together.
Take turns.
Mm-hmm. Plus,
we-
you don't know where the entrance to the prison is. You can maybe try to start following the sounds of it.
Ba-
But
Based
now that
on-
the silence fell down,
based
gonna be
on,
tricky.
based on the sound they heard, would they be able to roughly estimate a direction and distance?
It sounded like it was underneath, if anything. It sounded like it came from the earth. But distance-wise, that one's tricky as well, because it echoed. The best you could ascertain with just your passive perceptions is that it came from the main temple, like the central area, because it echoed off those walls. If you want to start rushing and charging there, you can, but that's still at least 2 turns,
I'm
even for Kashan.
the reason
Even
I
for
was
Kashan,
wondering because if they can roughly calculate the distance and the direction, or at least estimate enough, Irina will be able to dimension door 2 people down there, herself and someone else, because you don't need to see a line of sight, you just need to say blah blah blah. But that's the only reason I was asking. But I don't know if they'd be able to calculate that.
True, but you might get shot if you teleport into the Earth.
Yeah.
If it was somewhere where she'd seen and she's familiar with, then I'd say no problem.
Yeah.
She hasn't been into the prison below the Earth. That's a bit risky.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not my character, so I wouldn't risk it if it's like that risky.
the way I rule it as well is like old Pathfinder rules. Every 5 foot, you take a D10 of force damage until you are shunted into the nearest unoccupied space
Yeah.
available. And 300 foot, that's a lot. That's a lot if you miss it.
Yeah.
However, I've dragged you back to the other map. You want to start moving, Kashan? You can spend your full movement to do so.
I mean, is that the plan, Llewellyn?
Is an idea, but again, either way, you know, if they are dragging them out here, they would drag them here, because this is where the rest of them are waiting. But we don't know what condition Carius will be in, whether he's bound up or whether he's unconscious. Or it doesn't seem like he's follow them willingly, from the sound of that. So he'll either be bound or he will be unconscious when he comes out of here. I doubt he'll be dead.
Okay.
Doesn't
I'm gonna
seem-
give you one option. If you want to go in, go in. If you want to stay out, stay out. I need a decision.
Against my better judgment, and by my better judgment, I mean my chaotic judgment. I think maybe we should wait. Trust in Carrier, because he
Right.
seemed that was quite a loud thing. That sounds like it would have been his chain lightning.
Quite possibly.
You've heard it enough
Okay.
times by now, you'd probably tell.
You
So
stay out. All right.
yeah, we'll trust in him for now. We don't know what's going on down there, so we're just gonna trust he's got this.
All right. Back to the prison. Next, we are actually down to Saladin's go. He is going to grab a hold of you. I think probably the best thing. God, he's injured. Yeah, he can do that. Okay. All right. He's gonna do a bonus action healing word. 4th level.
Nice. Good choice.
Oh, wait, can't do that. It's in. He's in.
He's in silence.
Okay, so he will just grapple you for now. You're paralyzed, so that automatically
Yeah.
does the job. So you are now grappled. The next cleric is going to. Well, yeah, he can actually just jump down, can't he? Sweet. All right. He'll jump down with the knife that the original troglodyte had in his hand
And try to
and
stab
stab
me
that
again.
into you. Yeah. Okay, he's flanking, you're paralyzed. Here we go. Wow.
He misses.
He just stabs into a bit of your armor. Just does nothing.
I think even Karis is just like, really?
Yeah. It is your turn, Karis. Need a wisdom saving throw.
Not high enough.
Not
No, it's
enough.
not. The
They.
thing is, if I can break free of the whole person, I can win this from this situation. I just need to break that.
Yeah. There is. Okay, just pile on the horribleness. I need you to also roll another Constitution saving throw. As one of them begins, he's outside. He steps away from the silence. Weaves a spell, focuses it on you.
Don't know what spell it is. Wow, that's terrible.
13, okay. And suddenly the braziers snuff out, and you're completely blind.
cast? Darkness.
Blindness, deafness.
Oh, blindness, deafness.
Yep.
Wow.
It's not
Okay.
hot either.
That's gonna be a little, just an extra, toppling it on. Okay, this guy is one who tried to stab you. He's gonna give it another shot.
Well, it hits.
Poison's not working. Okay, and another con save.
They just trying to.
Oh my god!
Karen's just like.
Okay. We're better off just knocking him unconscious. Just kill him. No. Okay. Damn. This is
I
unbelievable.
mean, they can't even be communicating this. They're just like, God damn it! Because
You're
they're
just like- You're taking the wound. You're clearly bleeding, but you're standing, and they are just like looking at each other like. They just don't understand.
They are so lucky I don't have any reactions at the moment.
All right. That is just hilarious. They are not doing anything.
They're gonna keep
Like,
going.
keep it here. We takes it off his ally. He's gonna have to code it again.
I'm just
Oh
wasting
my
her
God.
poison at this point.
His poison daggers.
At this point, I'm just thinking Karis is developing an immunity to it. He's resisted it that often. It's just like
Maybe. All right. Again, another hit, and 2d2, 23. There ain't no poisoning you. You might just die to 1,000 cuts at this rate.
yeah, this is like a
That's
weird
his going.
torture.
The guy on casting, he's got silence still up. I guess he can pop out and instead just fire off a guiding bolt.
Ah,
First
yes,
level
make it
guiding
even
bolt.
easier to hit me.
Yeah, why not?
Ow.
It does hit, and it doesn't crit though, because it needs
Yep.
to be in melee. So just 10 radiant damage, wipe you up. Saladin is still grappling you, and I guess.
I'm making them work for this. I don't
Oh
care.
yeah, and absolutely.
I realise action economy is a thing, but still, I can't believe I managed
Pain,
to take
Pain. That's all we need. We need pain. I'm gonna hold the grip though, I think.
Right. And I guess
You know,
the next one tries to stab me.
He will, yeah, I guess he can still grapple and hit you, so he'll do that. Like, got you in the headlock, pulled out his mace, tries to whack you over the head. This one is not poison, he's just trying to hit you, whack you around.
Fine, I'll take your extra 1d6 damage on top of that.
Yeah, take an extra 2. Okay. You're now bloodied after being whacked over the head. Back to the last cleric, when he stabbed you.
It's gonna stab me again?
Yeah, stabbed you again, why not? Oh. See if I hit first. Yeah, okay.
You almost certainly hit. You've got like advantage, autocorrect.
Yeah, I have got auto crit. Let me just. I'm doing it with little tiny daggers, so the damage is only 7 again.
Right. Dice.
What wisdom save? This is the end of your turn as well, just don't forget.
God damn it.
Oh,
Well, let's see if I
paralyzed
recover from the
all the way.
blindness. Because that's also at the end of my turn. Nope.
Yeah, that is. Ah, okay. Blinded, paralyzed, grappled. This would be where you need a mystery egg right now.
Yeah.
Silent.
Okay.
This is why I wanted to get Kashan arrested, not me. I'm joking.
Guiding bolt. Yeah, he would be immune to the poison as well. Is the other
Yeah.
last thing.
And they miss.
Guiding bolt just goes wide.
How
Okay.
they miss? Who knows?
He's panicking. This guy next to you, he's the one who's stabbing you. Gotta hit sometime. I mean, the poison.
It's great. They're using up all the stealth bots.
He's still not even feeling the poison. definitely feeling these little tiny pinpricks of
Yeah.
knives, which again doing that much. 7.
They're
At
gonna
this
get
point,
me
though,
eventually. It's getting close.
they might just have to knock you out like that way. Yeah. They screw the knives. Screw it. They're done with the poison. They're just gonna bring out their maces and clobber you. Just gonna knock you out effectively, doing
Yeah.
non-lethal damage. Okay, it's working.
Yeah.
It's working. The next one is gonna guiding bolt you as well.
God, how
This
are you?
is just as a lesson to anyone watching. Just never get caught alone. Action economy is hell. You
Say that.
will, no matter how strong you are. I need to roll that advantage. Hold on. Never get caught alone. There it is. 13 points of radiant.
Still alive.
Saladin's got you gripped. Got his mace out. Whack around the head again. You're dazed, reeling,
I'm still standing.
about to break. And the final cleric brings down their mace to try and clobber you around the back
Yeah,
of
and
the head.
that's me unconscious because that's going to do another d6.
And the lights go out as that hits right on a nerve, and your neck whiplashes, and you fall to the ground. Okay. Wasn't non-lethal, but you are unconscious. Thud, thud, thud. Finally, that drop the silence. Finally. Okay. Load him up on the stretcher. Take him to the creatures ourselves. And as for the other one, I'm sure she won't prove as much as a hassle, but
I mean, she does have a knife.
yeah, she's building the dramatic irony. I was like, okay, he won't be hassle, and then suddenly the knife comes flying through.
Oh, please. Please say she saves the day somehow, like she's got rogue left.
16.
Yeah, I'll give her the surprise round for that, or rather the hidden action. Oh no, she doesn't
Oh.
even hit. It just clatters off their chainmail, and
Aw.
she's immediately poisoned and then knocked unconscious. Okay. Little bit hairy for the clerics, but they're all alive somehow. Some of them are bloodied. Saladin was on nothing hardly,
Yep.
but he wipes himself off.
What I should
Gareth,
have done is I should have quickened the chain lightning and I should have just smashed him with the glaive. Think it would
Well,
have
you did shocking grasp him. That
Yeah.
wasn't nearly enough to bring him, but he is the arch-abbot. He's got quite the pool of hit points. Okay, don't worry, it's all good.
I've
Unbeknownst
weakened
to
them
you,
for my allies and burnt some of their spell
Exactly.
slots.
That's it. So, unbeknownst to you, your body is loaded up onto a stretcher and brought all the way around through the main temple, down long corridors, past the mess hall, and into the courtyard outside. Everyone else who is still invisible during this time eventually sees a group of clerics holding wounds, wringing ears. Some of them are like casting healing spells as they go as well.
Does the main
And
guy? Does the main guy look damaged?
the arch abbot is limping. In fact, he's so badly injured that he probably stops at the door and is like steadying himself over there.
So I have like my hand on Kashan because I know he's probably gonna dive in any moment, and I wait for the perfect moment when they've dragged Carius close enough to the troglodytes, and I know Carius has been in a fight with these, so it's not like we're going non-lethal here. I'm gonna 7th level chain lightning and come out of invisibility.
Okay, they're waiting, ready.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I'm gonna go.
Darius is indeed hoisted out. He is unconscious. There are 4 clerics around him, and the troglodytes seem to let out some barking sounds, and they reply in common. Yes, your friends have been roasted. This one proved difficult, but I'm sure he will be a valuable asset to us. And they say, load him up. So you see Karis is roped, restrained, based on that stretcher. The two troglodytes at the top, including actually no, the guard just sits back, looks around. He is about to be hoisted up by like
Yeah.
ropes,
Still on the prison map.
as well
by
as
the way.
Nora. Nora's there restrained as well. And oh, let me just bring you back to the actual map. Then.
Yeah, because I'm trying to see if they've come in range of each other. Like I assume they would have gone up towards the troglodytes to pass and carry us on.
This is what you can see. This is the current setup.
Yeah, and
Let
yeah,
me just expend some healing as well before that goes off,
Um,
because the clerics they heal. So I'm gonna do some. And Andy and Irene are looking around at this as well. They're probably asking just questions like, Where are they going to take him? What do they want with him? He's still alive, clearly.
they're not taking him anywhere. Saladin didn't come out of the building, did he not? He stayed.
He's on the outside of it, but he's
By the
holding
door.
onto the door.
I
Yeah.
w- yeah, I
Where
would.
the hell is my cure wounds?
I would probably gesture for Kashan to go after Saladin.
He seems to be the one barking the order. There it is, finally.
Yeah, one back.
Yeah, he seems to be the one barking orders. And as each round goes by, he is simply casting cure wounds on himself.
Yeah,
Ugh,
and
healing wounds.
once they're all as they are now, that's when I would cast my chain lightning.
And Kashan will break off in a sprint.
I come over here ish, and Kashan, yeah, will do his thing, and I'd cast chain lightning on the 4 troglodytes, and whichever of these looks the most injured.
I'm gonna say that is open to that's open to interpretation because they are currently in the midst of healing themselves.
Yeah, yeah, but
So
Just
that's,
vaporize
I
him.
guess you could just target the ones who are healing themselves. That makes the most sense.
Stop healing.
1, 2, 3.
They would have had at least 2 rounds on the way because
Yeah,
they escorted them.
yeah. So of these 3 right next to the troglodytes, which one looks like they've not healed as much? That one. Okay, cool.
He's in the process of it though. Oh, that was for everyone. What did I do? Did I just do a mass cure wounds?
60.
Damn.
Oh my god.
A troglodyte passed.
Still 30 damage.
How many targets? You got to target them.
I did target them all.
Did you?
All 4 troglodytes
I don't suppose
and that cleric.
I don't suppose we could have synchronized that, so I could have got a blow in on.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do a surprise round for you guys.
Yeah.
So
So I assume you would have moved, but you just haven't moved your
there
character.
it is.
Yeah, I was
Whoa,
waiting for him to finish what he
Woo,
was
there
doing.
it popped off now. Okay.
All of them took 49 for some reason. What the hell?
Hit.
I didn't target that many.
Did you know?
No,
No, I
it's
only-
the 4 troglodytes and that 1 cleric.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, I see. I know why.
And a
linked
single.
together.
They're linked.
It's weird.
They're
That
linked.
life link.
They do. They're soulbound. Okay, hold on. Give me one moment.
Alright, that was weird. Why is that?
Yeah, I know. It's because they're linked. Hold on. Right, I'm gonna get rid of these guys.
This one, this one, this one, this one. And
I'm
this
just gonna move myself.
Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
in that case, you've
Well, you were going
annihilated
for
the
Saladin.
troglodyte.
Saladin's here, Kashan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
big guy is this. The one
That's just
barking on.
another guard
1,
there.
2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Copy. 1, 2. Okay. So you targeted one of the clerics and 4 troglodytes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The troglodytes are obliterated. Nothing left but a smoldering stench and stain. As for clerics, they all immediately turn around towards your location, now seeing you.
Does
However, they did
I-
not expect any of this. You were hidden the entire time. So at the top of the round, everyone gets a go, but they're all surprised.
does Irina and Andy do anything in there?
Would Andy be able to healing word me?
Andy could do that. Yeah, I guess. Let's see how far away you are. You're a bit out of range, so you just have to.
Well, it's a bonus action, so she could dash and then do it, right?
Seems about right.
And she's invisible still.
Yeah,
30. 30. Yeah, she could dash,
So
putting
is
herself a little bit in danger. But
so is Irina, to be fair, until she does something, and so is Kashan until Kashan does something as well.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to finish up so I can do my prize stuff.
I'm trying to gauge where she was in relation to you. She's 105 foot away. So
Yeah, she only
dash
needs to
is
go
60.
40 foot to because healing word's 60-foot range, isn't it?
Okay, that's fine then. So she'll dash up and then healing word you, and then get back another 20 feet,
Yeah.
kind of ending it roughly there.
Yeah.
And let me just cast that on you. Third level. Okay. So the sound of strumming, or rather, maybe it's the tambourine, a sound echoes into the back of your head, and the ringing sound from being hit in the back of the head turns into the ringing of a jingle plate, and your consciousness comes to. You are currently prone and restrained. You look down, you can see ropes all tied around you. You're
That's
tethered
fine.
to a stretcher.
That's fine. Am I right next to the cat lady?
You are, yes. You're
Fox
side by
lady.
side with her.
Close enough to touch.
You're restrained, so I'm going to say no.
Hmm.
But
Okay, then.
just so you're aware, this isn't. You haven't got a surprise round on this one.
Yeah,
The
I'm just considering
people who are
my
invisible
turn.
jumping them definitely do.
I'm just
But you,
considering my turn.
okay, all right then, Kashan, you would be up. You rush forward up to Saladin. He is completely unaware of your presence. He has seen Lavella now, and the element of surprise is just about to fade.
Cool. Perfect. So, as he's trying to figure out what's going on, he gets bow staff around the face.
Okay.
Clap.
Target him, yeah.
I did, yeah.
Has he?
14.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause he
So
has
you
got
would have had
80.
advantage.
Yeah, because you're invisible.
Yeah, you're invisible.
That's a good point.
Same again.
Wow.
All right. As you try to wind him, you realize he is wearing some pretty heavy armor underneath those vestments. They're kind of big shouldered vestments that kind of drape down. As you whack into it, you definitely hear a metallic "ping." He is wearing some pretty hefty mail.
So in
Scale?
that case, I'll try go
Chainmail?
up between the kinks of the armor.
Okay.
I'm assuming this one's now flat, or is
Yeah.
it still a surprise?
The surprise round just means you get an action before they do, which means you'll get another chance to hit him, but you don't have advantage anymore.
You're visible. No. That's okay.
21. There we go.
That one hits though.
And con save.
Yeah.
Yeah, now let's see who makes the con saves.
Not very well.
That's
Oh
a
man,
fail.
he kills
Wait,
over.
do I only get an action, or is it a full round?
It's a full round.
Oh, sick. Well, in that case, I'm gonna start wailing on this kid while he's unconscious.
Surprise rounds are surprisingly powerful.
Yep.
Cool. So spend a key point. So I just start booting him on the floor.
Now you do have advantage again.
Yay!
And it's a nat 20.
That'll do.
For some reason didn't roll the damage. I don't know. Oh, it's
think
just
it.
being really slow.
I think he's doing it manually, or is it,
And
did it come up with a damage roll for you? There you go. You know what? Doing that.
my fucking Steam one.
Okay.
Didn't roll it as a crit though.
There we go.
Yeah, it's weird. Didn't roll it as a crit.
Shall I just roll an additional D8?
Yeah. Sure. Are you rolling things manually, or is it all
No,
fast-forwarded?
it's meant to be automated, but I think because my computer was downloading, might have slowed it down. That's 19 points damage for that one.
God. Somehow he is still standing, but you must have just broken at least half his jaw. His
That's fine.
teeth
Here's
go
another
flying.
one.
Oh God.
Oh, you missed.
He healed himself up to about half,
Oh shit! What?
but he wasn't expecting this much punishment. Kajan, this time though, he backs away, reeling from the blows, not even sure what's in front of him, as his eyes are trying to focus on the dark figure that is unshrouded from the invisibility.
No.
Okay, he's got a reaction now, but he's still a bit stunned, so that's gonna suck. All right, it is
Irina?
Irina's go. Yeah,
Hell
Probably Eldritch
Okay.
Blast, I guess.
yeah, that's always a sure way to do things.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure what else they have to.
they've actually picked an incredibly powerful spell recently, but I don't want to unleash it. That's gonna be her
Fine.
a little surprise. So for now, let's just get stuck in. If we can Eldritch Blast enough, we can cause a chain reaction as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Within range of each other quite well as well, so that would be decent.
Yep, I think the best course of action for her is to,
This one, maybe?
yeah, take out some of the ones who are, yeah, higher level. It's just fast. All right.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Streaking from one side of the courtyard to the other. Shadowy bolts shoot out. Oh no, natural one. The first one would have been advantage as well.
Wait, hasn't she got the thing where she only needs to hit twice now?
Yep.
Come on.
You're
Come on.
right. She does. She's
She's still.
increased the potency.
Yes! There you go, the explosion.
Okay, well that's going to be 2 triggers, which ignite the cleric in shadowy flame, which sure they've never experienced before. This blast goes off. She concentrates it to protect the 2 on the stretchers, and just shoots out towards these surrounding ones. It's going to hit 3 of them. So that's dex save for them. 1, 2. Okay, one of them passed, and the last one. Just check our save.
That failed.
Yeah, it's a fail. Okay, so only 1 passed, but another 2, which are the guard and one of this cleric here, get 1 stack.
Is this like an
What?
acoustic of fucking Doom? It's just like,
Yeah,
hang on, I recognise this.
It's BFG
This is
division.
BFG division.
Hardcore party edition.
Something I'm interested in. No, the person who
That caught me so off guard. I was like,
the person who actually drop, they take the damage as well. The 2D.
They do take 2d6, yeah. I'm going to roll it now. Just rolling it all in one.
It's the person who actually explodes as well.
Yeah.
Wow, that is good.
It's a cool ability. It's actually kind of fun.
So that means
Yeah.
three of them
And
damage.
and they gain a stack as well. So if she has, if
So
she
now
had
she
one more
can
Eldritch
just
Blast,
Eldritch Blast 2 of them on her
she
next
would hit
turn.
that one, which would chain reaction off that one, and then yeah, you get how it goes. All right, that is her go. It is Evelyn's go. No, wait, that you've done your chain lightning. So we're back to the top. Andy.
I don't anti at this point, probably not wanting to be seen by the guard. Probably hide, I guess. Maybe.
Can do a hide.
Oh, she's visible now because she did healing.
She is, yeah. But there's a better way of making sure someone can't see you, and it's called hypnotic pattern. So
Oh god.
we will do that.
Um,
Make sure we can actually target some things first. there's a good selection of things here. So
Yeah, but
let's
hypnotic pattern is one of those that also can hit allies, right? It's not you
right.
push, you
But
choose.
she's like I say, she's concentrating on this.
Yeah, doing it about here or whatever. It only gets just below you.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot cube, which is going to hit 5 of them there. Okay. Yeah, that's one way to make them not see you. Rather than go invisible, is just blind them with just dazzling colors. What is this? A fail. Is it wisdom? Wisdom. Yes. Okay. They are slightly proficient in this, but not enough for that. Number 2. I think that's a fail as well. What's her DC?
Yeah, our DC should be higher than that for any of us.
Okay.
Except maybe
Cool.
Kashan with his stun.
Wow. Another fail. And the guard, they've just got flat. No, that's a fail. And there's one more, isn't there? Hidden. The blasted one. Yeah, okay. The smoky one. The smoky one is the one that
He's
saves.
got smoke in his eye, so he doesn't see the pattern.
They're just like wafting it out of the way, just seeing just small glimpses of it, but not enough to blinds and stuns them, right?
Yeah.
Incapacitate, even better. Okay. So this one, this one, this one, and this one are incapacitated. Okay. You go after that. Oh, it's Gareth, right.
Right.
You finally got your bearings of what's going on, the situation at hand. Yep. These sounds of combat are definitely your allies trying to save you. What do you want to do?
Okay, because so one of my abilities allows me to move up to 10 feet. I know I'm restrained, but would basically if I have to use it before or after I cast a spell of first level or higher, would I be able to use that to essentially just shift myself enough across that I'm touching the person next to me?
What ability, sorry?
This one.
Contemptuous magic. Bonus action you can only get at the end of your. Yes, I'll say you can sort of jostle the stretcher
Okay.
over,
Right.
not
then
using any
Yep.
of your hands.
Then I'm going to grab hold of them, and I'm going to cast Thunder Step.
Okay.
So I'm going to teleport me and them out of there, and also make
Not this one too.
all of those within 10 feet of me take 4d10 thunder damage if they fail a con save.
Okay. This is an interesting thing, but I would like you to make the con save too. Alright.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Like you have then, which you made a pass on, so you're good.
Yep.
Roll 3d10 thunder damage.
It's 4d10 because I had to cast it at 4th.
Okay, that's
So,
good.
do I actually? You know what? I haven't had to quicken. We're going to transmute this. We're going to make it 4d10 lightning damage.
Alright.
Because then I can do this, because it will min rolls too, because
Okay.
of Elemental Adept.
Garrus,
Yep.
as you begin to loosen the bonds around you by slipping away into the streak of lightning that you've just exploded, you suddenly feel a tightening around your body, and the electrocution seems to backlash. And immediately, in fact, the bolt doesn't reach out somewhere, it doesn't take along somewhere with you. It seems to just spark on your inside and explode from you. And you take 24 points of lightning damage as well.
Well, at least mine's halved,
There is
and then halved again.
What?
Yeah.
So I
And Saladin, even though he's stunned, oh, we made preparations knowing you would try something like that.
So it would be 6 damage, so it puts me down to
Yeah, you're barely alive on 4 HP.
Right.
Still got
As for
But
Laura, she takes the damage and is. Let me just check. She actually has HP. She's very injured from that. Very injured.
who's in? Who?
Nora, she got blasted as well.
Oh, well, I didn't realize that was.
Roller comes save.
Yep.
Yeah, she got blasted.
So she took the full 24
She
damage,
took
but so
24
did
points of
those
damage.
around me, right? Or
Yeah, let me just roll their con saves, right?
yeah,
So, how what's the range on it?
10 foot.
10 foot, okay.
So it's pretty much.
Yeah, it's three of the cleric,
And one of the guards, and my
and then just one of the
my DC is 17.
and the guard. The guard is blasted away. He's unconscious a bit. Any minute. Yeah, he's done. The guard just explodes backwards with lightning and is out of there. Gonna get rid of his token. That one's pushed back. This one's pushed back. And this one's up against the wall already, so he's just gonna get knocked away. 24, right?
Yep.
That's a lot. One of them's very gravely injured. One of them's bloodied. And the other one is very gravely injured as well. Ugh.
I'm really
Okay.
curious as to what they did. Oh, and
Nora's
there's,
blasted away.
there's one last thing. Sorry, because this would also trigger this one. Actually, it's whenever I start casting a spell, so it'd be before the spell erupts. So all of those that were within 5 feet of me, apart from Nora, would have taken 6 lightning damage on top of that because of Heart of the Storm.
6 lightning?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright. If they weren't a death door before, they certainly are now. They are.
I could do more. Do I want to do more? Nah, I'll leave it to the allies. I'll let them do
Okay.
something.
Okay, so everyone just sees this ball of lightning burst rightly from Carius, but instead of traveling with the lightning, seems to backlash and explode on him, leaving like people reeling and pushed back and just still sparking around them. It is back to you, Kishan.
Cool. So
Paladin stun.
after Carius letting off that majestic blast and looking all regal and stuff over there, I'm just gonna beat this guy with a stick.
Yep. Yeah, Carius does all these fancy abilities. Nope, stick beating time.
And it doesn't look like he's able to hold himself upright much longer. Oh, oh. Blood splattering up against the wall.
He's still up?
He is. Oh. Oh! That's a hit. 14, and that will drop him with one final crack
Hey,
right up against the side of the door frame, and then falls back onto the carpet, blood spilling from his jaw.
And because I know these guys are clerics, I'm gonna drag him over here.
Oh my god, okay.
Or over here.
Okay.
So just on this side of the wall.
Speaking of clerics, did I roll them onto initiative yet? No. No, I have. Okay.
I realize there's going to be so many more.
Sounds like they're on the
Yeah.
way. I'm rolling them on now. At the top of this round. When they hear that sound going up.
Bonus action, Step of the Wind.
Get the whole chantry after you now. Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna run over to Nora and start moving her back.
Oh my
She is
god.
she's on a stretcher, but move her back.
I'm just going to pick her up.
God, there's not even going to be a church after this.
All right. Just move them 60 feet.
We may get banned from the dry oasis after this.
Let's move another one 60 feet.
Joining Andy in exile.
I know. I've just worked out what they've done. That entire Hallow spell was purely to stop me teleporting. That's literally what it was, because that's one of the things you can change is extra planar travel.
Yep. That's the one.
I was just like, what the hell have they done? That's such a cool thing. And then I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
They spent an entire 24 hours on a 5th level spell just to stop me teleporting.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Don't teleport me,
Garrus
Mark,
just
I'm
comes to a realization, perhaps feeling the sacred nature of the ground, and he's like, huh.
Yeah. Serene waters. The waters will remain still. Okay. That is one of the two the clerics goes. They're just running around in there. Don't you mind them? Okay. We do have one alive. The one who's healthy. Seeing all of their allies blasted and stunned by these assailants. We're just going to turn to... there's a lot of threats. Oh god. Let's try and stop Kashan in his tracks. Wisdom save from me, my friend.
Can't you shoot an arrow?
Arrows, they have no bows.
Please, come on. Get
It's a
to the
no
bow.
bow stay.
It is old person.
It's no bow Wednesday. Sorry, wisdom save.
Yeah,
Good at wisdom.
fairly good.
You're a monk. Yeah, you must be good at wisdom.
Probably
You'd
better than
think.
me.
But they have that save. Nice. Okay.
Oh, we have
Seems-
the same bonus. Weird.
They're trying to track you down with your cloak still up, though. They seem to grab a hold of their holy symbol, point it in the direction of your shimmering shadow, and yeah, you definitely see your shadow kind of lock up, like stuck as a statue, but your side. They held person on your cloak. That's a shame. Okay. This guy, very, very injured.
They cast it on Egbert.
Yeah. Carius is now alive and well. Looks down at you.
Hey, what's up?
Mm. No, you go back to sleep. Ugh. Like,
Fine.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I had
I'm
to.
just gonna have to do this because would I get one of my reactions as they hit me, because it's one based on damage before I fall unconscious? It's based
Before you go unconscious.
because it's basically the same as like a hellish rebuke.
Oh right, I see. I mean, you're going unconscious either way, but sure, I'll allow it.
Yep. So
I don't know the ruling on it precisely, but I'll just let it go on this one.
he
Occasion.
hits me.
You're already charged with electricity.
He hits
He's
me
hitting
and
you
he
with a
gets
metal
hit
blade.
with 2d8 lightning damage.
Yeah,
Fails a
yeah.
dex save.
He probably dropped the mate in reaction. Like, as it zaps up his arm, and then he turns to his ally. No, Abbott, wake up, please. Water, it will cleanse you. It's gonna quickly heal him. Yeah.
Oh god, they're gonna get the abbot back up.
Yeah, right.
God damn it, they can do it from a distance.
Yeah.
60 foot. Okay, that's their go. Nora is still unconscious.
It'll be Irina's turn before that. Irina can just blast them.
True. True.
Okay. We have another 60-foot cleric on his way. The guard at the top does have arrows. He's chilling. Oh man, I guess you look down.
I'm a threat.
He is the nearest threat.
I have the nearest.
Shani's like, oh yeah, come on.
Yes. Hey, guard on the wall. Fuck
Maybe-
you.
I'll give it a 1d4. How about that? One is you.
But
John.
can 3 of them be me? Oh, come on.
It's Irina.
I'll go for Irina, who's blasting their allies to pieces.
Why is he on fire?
Really, if
suddenly?
he was a smart guard, he should go for Andy and break concentration. But
Why is he on fire suddenly?
he just spontaneously combusts, and then he fires an arrow.
I just like he's burning with passion to try to shoot down.
Yeah, it's like anime powers up.
That misses Irina.
Yeah, she's
That's
got
it.
18.
Yeah, she's got an 18.
Oh man, what a sad sight.
Killed.
Oh well,
She's
just
got-
a single arrow ding, arcs over the battlefield, and that's it. He's
Should have gone for the cat instead.
not well equipped, incapacitated. 60 foot. Wait, they've got another. They can come out of this door. Realized. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, cool. They're on their way. We'll go with this. 60 foot.
I'm assuming we're getting out of dodge.
That is the plan once we get a chance, but we can't teleport,
Arena?
which would be my main.
Irene is like, ugh, trying to shoot an arrow at me. This is how you fire an arrow.
And also, she should
No, get
No, no.
Salvador then.
make sure the big guy's down. He's the biggest threat.
He's prone at the moment. She'll have disadvantage to hit him.
That's true.
Take out.
He's also very armored. You've got him, Alan. He's got her eye peeled on the chain reaction over here. She wants to set off.
That's true.
So we're gonna go one for this guy.
So one for this guy. This guy?
Okay, so he pops, explodes, deals 2d6 damage.
10.
Okay. This guy takes 10 damage. Gets a stack. This guy's blown away completely at this point.
And then he should.
And I guess she'll aim for that guy and then pop him.
Yeah.
14 misses though. Not quite enough. Try again with a third bolt. There it
And
is.
Pop. Pop,
And then
pop,
they
and watch
pop.
Ethan's drop.
Is this
Takes
guy?
2 damage.
Is this guy already got a pop on him?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's just
She hasn't
out of range.
increased the range yet. She can
Wait.
increase the radius when she levels up.
Wait, doesn't she have the one that pulls towards?
Oh god.
Does.
So could she have pulled that towards as it exploded?
Oh,
Yes.
like, hell yeah, he does that.
Yeah.
That's sick. Well played there. Oh man, that's nasty. So she does. So this shadowy tendril whips out, yanks on them. You see a fuse just explode on them, and explodes, and then of course,
Hits
Gurney's
the
snake.
other one, which
It
explodes him, which then explodes him back, which then explodes that one, which then
Oh, which
explodes that
fails.
one and back.
oh my god, it's popping up. 2d6. Oops.
So
12
this one
damage to this
pops,
guy.
which causes that one to pop, which then causes that one to pop, which then puts another stat back on that one.
Is this what happened?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
think
is
so.
exactly what's happening. But then the 2d10 damage goes back to this guy because he explodes. So he explodes, sets off another one, which then explodes, and then deals damage back to the one that was originally exploded.
Yeah.
So he takes
This
another
is awesome.
12 damage.
And what about this one who already has a
Uh,
pop?
So he's back to normal. At the start of Irina's go, everyone's back to like
Oh, okay.
original, but he just needs to make a dex save. See if they pass it. They don't. They get one stack, but it's enough damage at this point that they literally are just boom, exploded, exploded everywhere they go.
That's so
uh,
awesome. And I'm glad I
so-
remembered she had the grasp.
The first time this
wow,
happens and Steph isn't here to see it.
Yeah.
that was actually kind of crazy.
That's good.
That was nuts. Wow, that was great. They are
Did they
very
ever make the
badly
saves
injured.
whilst they're hypnotic patent? Because
Oh, yeah, they can't get it. Well, there you go. Either way, they're just smoking,
Yeah.
smoke
So they're
everywhere.
sort of
and that.
like, pretty nice. Boom! Boom!
boom, boom, boom. Yeah, nasty.
Oh, serene waters
And,
my ass. We'll have the chaotic explosions.
That's good. Ugh. Yeah, the fuse was lit. Okay.
Who's this guy,
Uh,
right? One of the ones in through the
the
building.
villain, yeah, you're coming up. But this one's just gonna make a run. I think that's it. Yeah, back to you, Llewellyn.
Right. Right. Where do I need to be stood for this? I need to be stood there. Because you little bastard, are staying down. Cool. Cool.
What are you doing next?
In a
Where is
voice. Oh yeah, and I just realized one of them died to Candlewick as well. So in their head, as their soul ignites, they would hear the voice. Candlewick's blessing is a spectacular sight, but the best view comes at a high cost.
how do this?
Oh god, you're doing a lightning bolt between the pair of
The hell?
them.
It didn't let me. It was like a dot of a choice. That's all I had, and I couldn't. I tried to drag it to where I wanted it, but it didn't do anything.
It's like either way, you've gone for those two. So
See, it's really tiny. What the hell?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
like.
really tiny dot. It was lightning bolt. It's like
Yeah, I'm confused. I clicked the point I wanted to start at, and I tried to drag it along.
don't drag it. It should be a 90-foot line.
I wasn't aware. All I had was a pinpoint dot.
Try it again, but don't consume the spell slot this time. See what
Yeah.
happens.
See if I can figure out. So what I was doing, like. No, I just did a dot again.
It's scuffed. It's scuffed. Alright, just
That's same dummy.
now though. We know which ones you're targeting. Next stage
Yeah,
for them.
you're also gonna blast a hole in the wall and possibly set the building on fire. But
Whoa! The natural 20. You do dodge the other way. It does hit stone. It's granite. It's not made of wood, so it just kind of blasts and disperses.
And
But Saladin is severely shocked and
knocked
yeah,
unconscious
once
again.
again.
is he down? I'm guessing. Yeah. Good. Let's keep it that way. Am I able to grab him and drag him any amount?
5 foot.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll drag him back to like next to me and Andy, sort of thing, or as much as we can. Just like
Andy points out that Carius is a little bit tied up.
I know I've got nothing more I can do at the moment. I'm preparing what I'm to do next.
Okay.
We need to keep this guy down because I feel he may be more of an issue if he is awake.
Um,
If you've got anything you can do for Carius,
he maybe does.
yeah, I dragged Saladin back another square with my movement. Basically.
I'm gonna be completely honest. She can't do much from here to help.
Did she do her dagger thing on this guy maybe, or on this guy up here?
Concentration.
She doesn't want to. Yeah, she doesn't want to break concentration.
Ah, is that a concentration? I don't
Yeah,
know.
so
Good magic missile.
Yeah,
magic missile. That's a good shout. She aims at the guard at the top. Down must live, who have seen her face. She unleashes a volley, which no need to roll damage for, because that will be enough damage to just knock him out unconscious.
if none are alive, none know that we did this.
Well,
Yeah.
the problem is that oh god, more troglodytes.
Oh, yeah.
Or the ones that would have been waiting with the horse.
Yep. Carius, you're up.
I'm
And you can
unconscious.
Yeah, true. You're unconscious, roll a death, so.
Wait,
Oh wait, you would have been hit with non-lethal damage. So Kishan, you're up.
Cool. So keep on moving us back. And Nora as well.
Yep.
And as I walk past Saladin, he's conscious.
No,
No,
he's
he's
unconscious now.
He's not
He
moving at
got
all.
lightning bolted.
He's
Ah, cool.
fragged on the floor.
If you do want to kill him,
I don't think we want to kill.
we probably want to make him apprehended and have them.
Irina goes, whoop.
Oh,
We maybe don't want
Oh,
to
yeah.
kill Saladin because we could take. I mean, I'm not there, but we could potentially. I would think Irina would probably be. We could take him, perhaps use him as evidence.
Yeah, maybe we only kill the ones that we don't know the names of.
okay, that's fine. So everyone apart from Salad. I'm happy with that. Cool. So I'll pop Nora down with Labellin, just so she's safe.
Okay.
Bonus action, step of the wind to dash. And I run back in.
Okay.
This guy gets a full round. Whack.
Ooh. I might do it.
You also hit Saladin still, so Saladin something.
Oh, oops.
He's
Sorry.
just taking
really did.
punishment. Alright, this last cleric standing over Karis is knocked out, cleanly out.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
There's a scout?
Oh,
Nora.
Oh, Nora.
Nora's kind of a scout.
It's just like, why is there
Clerics are on their way, but my god, they're miles away. You suddenly do see, though, at the far end of the courtyard, a door busts open. Actually, no, they're not quite there. They're opening one door, but plenty more doors in the way. Alright, the troglodytes rush over. They see Karis still on the stretcher.
They're really
They're just
determined to
pushing him up.
kidnap me.
They came for one thing only. Don't care about this fighting. They're gonna hoist Karis up to the wall. Because there was rope attached to the stretchers. They would, as I mentioned.
Did he have to come in this spot here?
No, he's about 20 feet up.
20 feet
Yeah.
up?
Yeah,
Yep, he's
basically
just
they're
pulling on the
using
rope.
ropes attached to the stretcher to yank me up so they don't come within range.
Can I do something then to Carius as he's moving out of my attack range with one of my weapons?
What you want to do?
I have Cheney Dave.
You're gonna try to grapple me and make a tug of war.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
If you do this on Carius. Alright. Roll an attack. I'll say with disadvantage though. Purely because you're trying to grab a hold of the stretcher which is already on the move going out of your range.
16?
That's,
And it doesn't hit me.
no, it doesn't hit you. I'll say it laps on, but that's fine. That's not what the challenge is. The challenge now is you're pulling against these troglodytes. The two of them up there working in tandem. So you can give me a strength check. Flat strength. If you can beat a 13, you're pulling him back down.
Oh, come on with the -2. Let's go.
They didn't look particularly strong either, these guys.
Come on. Mom?
For some reason, it's not rolling. Dice! Stop
keeping
giving
us
us
in
drama.
Keeping us in
Wait
suspense.
for it.
Oh, it's not enough. Your chain's still attached, and if anything, you're being dragged up. you're getting off the ground.
I mean, I guess this is also fine.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it wants to be.
Yeah.
Off the ground. Okay.
You probably hear Kashan get pulled up and then just a heavy, like.
Well, there's plenty of troglodytes up here. They're going to work together to do a little bit of a nasty thing. They pull up Carius, which is 20 feet up. They see your chain, which is 10-foot reach. So you're 10 foot up the wall. They take the chain off, and you fall down, taking some damage unless you've got a. I think you have a
I
reaction.
can reactions slow fall. I believe.
You've used your reaction to rip the chain off.
Ah, yeah, would be.
So you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage,
Yeah.
but you don't land on your feet. Everyone's shocked. Laws of physics break. and the cat jumps up.
It's because he had a piece of buttered toast on his butt,
Uh,
Yeah.
ah,
so it had to
cancels
land.
it out.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. With the rest of their little actions, they're going to just effectively use their turns to lower Kishan down, the carrots on the other side even. And you just hear them guttering. And they are rappelling down themselves as well. Unbeknownst to everyone else.
Kashan would understand them as well.
That's a good
Oh,
point.
yeah, you troglodyte. That is their language, is troglodyte. And
Because
you hear them,
tongue of sun and moon.
yeah, you hear them shout, load him onto the wagon and start whipping him. Whip that monster into shape. Let's get moving.
We need to get over the wall, Dave.
Oh no, Irina can't even teleport after me because they've broken teleportation.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I have my own form of teleportation.
Yeah, but it's how fast whatever they're putting me on can go. I'm
Okay.
wondering if it can even outpace you.
Irina's just gonna probably have to mop up the rest of these clerics who are still standing about, right? Whose turn is it? It is Irina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that came around fast. Oh yeah, that's right, because they're all incapacitated. So continuing that, just goes to town with Eldritch Sniper. Oops. Yeah, that's another one. This one goes down from the first one, or rather, actually, even quicker. It's this one, it explodes. Does at least minimum 4 damage. It does. That one is uncon. That one goes. That one's down.
Boom,
8.
boom, boom.
Okay. -1. -10. Up it down. They're out. Just use them. Okay. There's all 3 classes. This one explodes and knocks out the other one behind. And let's go. Okay. Is still one more of these troglodytes. Okay, they're just gonna keep dragging you, loading you up, and you hear everyone hears a whipping sound, and it's kind of horrible kind of moan. It doesn't sound like a horse. It kind of sounds more guttural and more pain, if anything. If it was a horse, it must be a zombie horse because it's like not natural. Terrible. Okay. Meanwhile, catching up on foot. 2 more clerics. Okay, Lavelle, you're up.
So, just want to know, when I transform into an eagle, what's my max carrying capacity? Am I able to grab 2 people?
You'll be moving very slow. You'll be like,
Especially if one of them is unconscious.
yeah.
It's a matter of getting over this wall, though. Bluff. I want to get Saladin away from being healed. We're not having this.
You're moving at least half speed.
That could be fine. Yeah, I know that Andy has fly. I know worst case Irene has dimension door and with no
Dimension door won't work. He's removed
The waters are
teleportation
still.
as an option. That's what Hallow does.
The waters have drowned out teleportation magic.
How big is Halos?
Pretty
It's
damn big.
it's big.
And they had enough people casting it. It's pretty much the entire temple.
They got it done. They got it done on the temple ground. It is the holy site.
I'd be able to carry someone. Use the
Sorry,
while I'm using the fly
I'm gonna have
spell.
to close the music because I can't hear you. What did you say?
Would I be able to carry someone if I'm using the fly spell?
Carry us in one.
Carry someone, as in pick someone up.
Oh, yes, you can carry someone.
Cool, cool. I'm casting fly spell at 6th level. Myself,
Mm-hmm.
Irina. No, how many?
Nora's unconscious.
Nora's unconscious.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've been
Oh.
unconscious the entire time. That's
They
Rickshaw's
haven't
trouble.
moved at all.
Oh,
They've been on a stretcher, restrained and bound.
fuck.
Mm-hmm. Can still cast fly on them. They're technically under the spell, but they won't be able to actively use that.
Unless you wake them up.
Okay.
If you want to try and wake them up, yeah.
Save time because we can all carry people. Right. Myself, Irina,
And Andy.
Andy, 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and I guess Kashan as well. Yeah. I'll do
Range
that.
on fly, though, yeah.
I believe it's
Touch.
touch.
You're going to need to touch.
Oh, it is touch.
So
Damn it.
you can run up to someone and get you and someone else in the air. Or you can hold your action and wait till Andy is next to you. And then you can then cast it on 3 people.
Yeah, I'll have to move next to Irina. Wait till
Yeah.
Andy's next to me.
Which is now. So you can cast fly, but you've not got any more movement this turn. So that's it.
Yeah, damn it, I wanted to fly off, but yeah, that's what I'll do
Okay. Everyone here has flight.
at 5th. I'm only doing it at 5th then. I'm concentrating on something?
Probably invisibility still. It probably hasn't dropped it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, you're all flying now. Okay.
3rd, 4th, 5th. So it'll be 5th level.
All right then. Moving down to Andy's go. Actually, they've got the power of flight. Levitation homes. Not do anything for you. They fly up, obviously,
Grab
probably
one,
trying to get rid of you.
grab one of them.
Which
That's-
one?
Fly them. Well, we want
Can't
Saladin,
carry Saladin. No way.
Saladin as captive, and we want Nauri as well. We want to save Nauri. So
Yeah. Andy's strength, she could probably only lift Nora,
that's
but
fine.
she's on a stretcher as well. So on Andy's go, she'll have to use an action to use. See what she's got.
Could
To use Jamal and cut the ropes free and
could
pick
she,
up Nora.
as a bonus action, sleight of hand to undo the rope because she's a rogue, right? She's got a cunning
She hasn't got
action.
fast hands,
Oh
not a
yeah,
thief.
not a thief rogue.
but she uses her action to cut the rope and uses her movement to lift them airborne. She can get 30 feet into the air, or 20 feet into the air, we'll say.
I mean, if she can at least get her over the wall so Nauri can escape, that is positive.
They'll be making their way out, effectively.
Yeah.
Okay, it is Karis. You're still unconscious. And Kashan, you're up.
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah. I
So,
didn't want-
as they drop me down below the wall, I go into my bag and I pull out a tiny stick and I place the stick into the ground, planting my foot on top of it as I shout, "Zippity hip electric boogaloo choo!" And I want to rocket myself up and over the wall.
Oh, hell yeah. Give me an acrobatics check.
Let's go.
pole vaulting the whole thing. 17. I'll say it's good enough that you can get on top of the wall, but you don't cleanly go over. You have land next to one of these troglodytes right here, and he turns around like, what? Oh.
This is all fine. Do I see what Carius is on top of?
Okay. Yes, you do. You see this strange, dilapidated wagon, clearly like coated in the sands of the desert. But more interestingly, is what's pulling these things. Pulling this thing is not your usual horse. Let me just change the music over here. Oh yeah, that's the horses. You can even call them that. Are creatures of an unknown origin.
What
You've
the heck?
definitely never seen anything like this before. But they're
Oh.
like almost like a humpback, tusked beast of burden that seems to be
Yes, it's a
moaning as
boss.
it's being whipped. Sorry, what is it?
It's a boss.
A boss? Yeah, something like that. Either way, it seems to be a stench surrounding these things as well as the troglodytes. Both seem to share just a ugh, horrible, choking, breathy stench. And thankfully, you weren't near a troglodyte at the start of your turn. But you imagine being near one of these any longer, you're going to start heaving.
Gotcha.
You can see it is being led by two of these creatures.
Okay, so I'm going to bring my staff down on this one here.
Okay.
Whack. Really wish you
And
were fast.
surprisingly, not hard to hit. Whack! He nearly stumbles off the edge. He's like wobbling by the edge of the wall.
And another one. Whack.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh,
Oh no! Natural one. In an attempt to push him off, he grabs a hold of your stick and pulls it and tries to pull you off with him. Give
bonus action.
give me a strength saving throw. The natural one. I like being mean. 10. Okay. DC is he tries.
Nice.
He's clearly going for something really clever. Like grabs a hold of your staff and pulls, try and pull you off. And yeah, he just slips.
I was gonna say, it's like I could just like imagine he tries to yank it, and I just kind of raise my eyebrow at him and just pull my staff away.
Yeah, he pull it away. He slips down and falls. He
Dealing
falls.
damage.
Yeah, he's dead. After that fall.
Yes. And yes, so I am going to safely climb down the wall because I have the speed for it. And I'm just going to start cutting through. So bonus action, step of the wind. This one. Biff.
Do you mean bonus action flurry of blows in this case, rather than step of the wind?
That's what I meant. I'll step of the wind. My bad.
Wow, literally you can only miss
still
him on
hits.
that one.
Yeah, he's that.
Con save.
No. Can't save for one of these. Okay. Oh man, he's still barely alive. Yeah, these guys are like weak. You can tell they're not even that tough. No tougher than perhaps like goblins or something. And he's stunned up. Bah! They seem to literally be only the escorts. They didn't send anything particularly powerful.
Cool. And I'll move to this guy's side. And with the last flurry of blows, crack him with the elbow.
Okay.
And thwack.
I think that's going to knock him out. You're on that front? Yep. That knocks him out. Ah!
I think
practically
he was
minions.
going for the other one. I think he was going for this one.
All right.
I mean, to be fair,
I mean, you've stunned him anyway, so you can't do anything. If you stun the
Yeah,
other
that's
one,
very
then
true.
they can't whip him.
yeah, if
Yeah,
I
it's
can
stunned.
come save this guy.
Okay. Yeah, they're both stunned up. Okay.
Beautiful.
There's literally like one left functional. In the distance, you can hear more clerics on their way. Meanwhile, the only one left in the courtyard, turns to you, Llewellyn. You're not getting away. And he's going to cast Whole Person on you. Roll a wisdom save. If you
Sorry,
drop this,
very quickly, would you agree that's 35 movement that I've moved from that spot there?
I'm easy. You kind of pole vaulted most of it.
What levels? What levels hold person? Cause
Would you be happy for me to move to drag carriers off of the car?
Oh, I see what you're asking. I'm gonna say I haven't actually put down the cart or anything yet, sadly enough. But no, you're gonna need more movement to drag him off.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. What was I gonna say? That's right. Whole person. Wisdom
Yeah.
save.
so knowing that I need to hold this fly for us to go, I
Mhm.
just no thanks and counter
All
spell.
right. All right. Counter spell it is. Yeah, he's not have cast it, so just a simple casting will do the trick. That is when you suddenly see a door burst open on the wall itself. Some way up the courtyard, you can see two more clerics have just made their way into the courtyard to join the fight. The last remaining troglodyte is going to whip these beasts into action, and he needs to get you off of the cart. So, you know what? Just going to give you a shove. That's the best way to do it. You know, when you need to get rid of someone, a good old fashioned shove will do the job.
And that's when he stepped away.
Sorry. I missed that because I was in the other room.
He's
Very
trying to shove
quickly,
you
very
off.
quickly. No. So when he whips them, would you count that as an attack towards the creatures?
No, I don't.
Damn it.
He's
I was
gonna
going to
push
say
you off.
sentinel.
These are not allies of
push.
yours.
He's gonna attempt to
Yep.
hit.
Shove you off the wagon. It's only a
So
DC 10 strength, athletics, or acrobatics, I guess.
acrobatic.
You can dodge out of the way of the shove, yeah.
Yoink.
They should have sent. They didn't know what they were coming to pick up. Okay,
Yep.
they should have sent better troops for this.
Yep.
They were just expecting the usual delivery, but no, Catman has shown up and ruined their plan.
I mean,
This
Carrier
guy shoved-
vaporized a bunch of them,
Yeah.
as did Llewellyn. Like, we're just like,
He-
nope.
He feebly kind of shoves you and is like, just go away, go away. So annoying.
you go away. Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
I'm trying to go away, but you're in the way.
He just belches in your face, and it's a horrible stench.
I try and belch back.
At the start of your turn, it's going to be a fun start of your turn. That's all I'm going to say. Clerics, away! All right, in the mess hall, along that direction, you can see two more running up along the hallway towards you, holding their holy symbols aloft. Halt the intruders! Okay, done. Troglodyte, flying arena.
Irene
Yeah,
with
grab-
a 60-foot
she can
flight
grab-
speed.
Saladin.
You can go 30 if she's
Yeah.
hoisting Saladin out of the.
Don't you mean Flyrina?
Stunned troglodyte. Cleric
She's
just first
pretty
in the
fly
courtyard,
for a
but
white mage.
You got 4 more clerics joining. They can all see you. You better make a move if you're doing it.
Hey.
Yep. It is
Uh,
back to you.
Shout extremely loudly, because I know this is their leader. You're all in trouble. Stay back, especially if you want him back alive. And then I also,
Roll an intimidation.
yeah, because one, if they're getting caught for this, they are in so much trouble. And also, if they want their leader back.
Oh, wow, okay. They stopped in their tracks for a moment or two, like very hesitant. They seem like you're serious. They can tell you're serious about it.
Yes. And I fly. How much fly can it?
60.
Cool.
You gotta go up 20 at one point.
Yeah, so 20, and then so I guess I can get to. I get to there.
Yep, that's good.
Seeing the struggle going on over there.
And he's cut loose the bonds, and he's gonna fly Nora out of there as well.
Yeah, I assume that would be the thing.
And dash, get out of there. Darius is unconscious. Sean, roll me 3 Constitution saves, followed by 2 more Constitution saves.
So 5 con saves.
Yeah, but the two after that are separate. So three to begin with. Pass. And another one.
Oh,
And then another one.
Right.
Oh, okay. This belt in your face has. Ugh. Oh wait, what am I talking about? You don't need to roll any of these.
It's poison damage, isn't it?
It's poison.
You're immune.
I was waiting for that.
Oh god, what? Fireball just came in the back.
Yeah, my actual action for the.
Oh yeah, what about that?
So
Alright,
yeah,
okay. Just as he like.
So I've just kind of stood there as it's just breathing on me.
I like
Yeah.
to think that the firebolt hits some of the gas and just ignites and it goes back down its throat.
Explosion. If it was flammable breath, that'd be a big problem.
so now what Kishan needs to do now is handle these animals, like stop them from kicking off to wherever.
No, I just need to grab and carry it.
All that.
Around, actually, they would be off.
Oh,
Whee! They're gone. No, they are galloping into the desert for sure. But they do seem quite set on their task. So just keep moving. In fact, I actually haven't rolled these onto initiative. I'm going to do that.
We do with probably do with grabbing a troglodyte as well
One of them's right behind you. Okay, it is your turn, Kashan. And you've overcome this horrible stench, which is coming off both these troglodytes and the strange waters, we're calling them.
cool. I'm gonna chuck Carius over my shoulder.
Okay, he's on a stretcher, so just
Uh,
that.
Can I cut him free?
Yes, you can. Be your action. Count him
That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll cut him free. Throw him
What have
over
you
my
got? You
shoulder.
got a knife.
He's
Yeah, you
got
got the
claws.
I have.
He has 10
Yeah, my
built
claws
in.
are technically. They
Okay,
do
sure.
actually cause slicing damage, so, or
Okay,
slashing damage.
Alright, we'll do that then.
And yeah, so throw Carius over my shoulder, and I'll hop off.
As you're hopping off and running away, just move however far you need to go. One of the strange horses turns around all the way. It's like it kind of frames and extends and gazes in your direction.
Oh,
Actually, you're also getting out.
We're losing you, Chris. Sorry.
Yeah, your audio went quiet then.
Okay, you get an attack. There we go. You get an attack of opportunity on you, first of all.
That's fine.
Okay,
Disadvantage.
true.
So,
There's 2 of them. And it makes sense because it's actually their tails that are going for you. So as you leap off, stealing their haul, they swing around at you. Disadvantage. Badly missing.
also Mrs.
Oh.
Llewellyn somehow.
Yeah, it's good job, Mrs. Llewellyn. That would suck. And then the second one swings wildly. Well, okay. That's fine. You get past those. But then, as I say, one of them is quick to react and turns around. And it stares with its eyes kind of turning to a red like gaze, and you turn back just in time to see it. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Would it be because I would have bonus action step the blinded? Would I be able to get up?
Okay. Were you climbing up?
Yeah, I would have done my full movement. Yeah,
Okay.
the ball and
Went back on.
All right. Yeah, you can
Sorry,
give me a
carry
con save at advantage then,
Interesting.
as you're breaking the distance as you're getting away. Yeah, whatever the hell that is, you're not sure, but you're not turning around to give it a second glance anyway. But its eyes do seem to just go red and stare into the depths of your soul for just a moment. Whatever hellish
wow.
creature that is, it ain't natural.
I told her.
Okay.
Um,
Oh wow, I rolled 23 twice. Oops.
on their turn, they will continue to gallop into the distance, taking the troglodytes with them, the ones that are stunned anyway, and the dead one. And at this point, I'm tempted to say combat is over, as you've intimidated the others. Everyone else is flying, and Carius is practically in the safe zone at this point. So the other clerics, they do run up, but they seem to stop at the door at Llewellyn's threat right here. And as you're flying off into the distance, like the Peter Pans you are, Nora is still like unconscious, like completely out of it. I don't think there's anything else they can do. They run up to where you injured all their allies, and they just begin healing whoever's left alive, kind of bring them back to consciousness. Meanwhile, you guys can fly off, I'm sure. Where do you go with Carius, Kashan?
So I'm gonna head back to the others. For sure.
So you can run along the wall,
Yeah.
and you could pretty much follow that all the way around to wherever you need to get to in the dry oasis. But
I'm gonna
Mhm.
I'm gonna circle round and I'm gonna grab a troglodyte with me as well.
A body.
Yeah, or maybe I'll cut off one of its heads and take it or something. Does my book want anything to do with a troglodyte by chance?
They stink.
Yeah, I figured so. I'm gonna take one evidence anyway.
Just about. Ew.
Take its head.
I
To be
mean,
fair, though,
I'm disgusting myself, but that's too much.
Yeah, precise. If anything,
Cloud
those
kill?
horses are much more interesting.
They are, but they're gone now.
But I'll have you know, they aren't beasts. No, there's something else.
Demons?
Something else entirely. And
Demons?
whoever has control of them must be powerful indeed.
This is a big thing. But yeah, I'm gonna take because we've got Saladin. We need something that they were working with to prove this. So yeah, I'm gonna grab one of the dead troglodytes, and
Yeah.
bring it with, so we can bring it to the captain of the guard or whatever we're doing with this, and be like,
Yeah.
this guy and all the guards in the prison have been working with these to take bodies because they tried to do it to these two here. Carius and
Carrier's
that's
just
the idea.
like when he wakes up, he's probably just showing all the women. See, they stab me here, 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 here,
Yeah,
here,
that's the plan.
here. Especially painful one here. They also tried to poison me, but their poison ain't shit.
Yeah, so I guess if
Sorry,
we're
you rolled like 20 and above on every single
Yeah.
conversation.
Apart from when it's like against being blinded, it's just like as long as I had advantage, I was fine.
Yeah.
All
I
they
guess-
had to do, if they really wanted to succeed, is all they would have had to do is take. Well, no, actually, because even taking off the belt wouldn't. They would have had to somehow break my attunement.
yeah,
So
so
funny they had to clobber you to get you to go.
so I guess
Hang on.
so I guess if we're gonna end the session,
Mm-hmm.
probably end it with a bit of a heal because we need to heal, and going to the guard tower, build
God,
up.
We probably don't want to be going around during the day, so what would
Not
probably
during
be
the day.
best is to go back to the mage tower until the morning, recover,
Yeah,
have a long
yeah,
rest.
Yeah, and then the next plan will be go to the guard house with Saladin and this dead thing. But to be fair, next day, if we have the troglodyte, we can use Speak with Dead and try and find out what the hell's going on.
That's true.
I want to
Well.
know what the fuck that cow thing was.
Mm.
It was a-
Because why the fuck did it stare at me and it looked into my soul? What was it doing, Chris?
You passed, so you don't have to find out. Good thing you passed.
My guess,
does a
based
con
on most
save do
gaze-like
that-
abilities like that, is probably a petrification or something dangerous like that, or a disintegration gaze.
Disintegration.
They're
It's
a
a
very
fucking
obscure
cow.
creature. It's a monster you will likely encounter again if you wish to get to the bottom of this. But whatever they're doing, these troglodytes kidnapping people, makes sense now why you've not seen several people, or rather they've gone missing, not returned, or returned different. Whatever's going
Right.
on, it's something strange.
That probably means that the people who never check out from the inn are also being taken in the same way.
Right, let's end it here because it's coming up
And
to
on
11.
And on that shocking revelation, we will end tonight's session. Thank you very much for watching, and tune in next week to find out, get to the bottom of this stinky plot. And
So
also tune in on Sunday for Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut, the Witch Hunters, and on Monday for
What
What
lies
Lies
beneath?
Yeah.
hell yeah.
See you then.
Right, bye.
Bye bye.